stone giants, and you're here to try and find the fifth of Anim's runes, so you can rightfully return the runes to him, or at least take them from the giants and prove yourselves to Anim that you have what it takes to try and fix the Ordinary. It's a sign of dedication and strength. As you guys have made your way through Deadstone Cleft, you'd found these giants seem to be mostly in some sort of meditative state, some sort of kind of higher enlightened state. And you guys had some resistance from one of the stone giants. You also found this ancient sarcophagi that acted as a bit of an oracle, and you were confronted by a group of Reghead barbarians. Sorry, Uthgard barbarians, not Reghead. Reghead are the ones in like Icewind Dale region. Uthgard barbarians, led by Hydia Moondusk. And as they are Uthgard barbarians, you know that they are evil and they hate magic and they live for blood. However, Jarek was able to magically charm Hydia and have the barbarians stand off and show you where the Thane resides. As you'd made your way into Thane Caelithica's temple, you'd found this enormous 40-foot long stalactite hanging from the ceiling above an island, surrounded by lakes of or rivers of bubbling mud. And the Thane seemed to have been carving questions into this stalactite, receiving answers. As you guys had entered the temple, the Thane seemed to deem that as basically blasphemous, and then that should be met with death. The Thane actually was able to meld into this special stalactite, and when it was destroyed, it exploded, also exposing the Thane at the same time. The Thane had also animated a stone golem, basically one of these petrified stone giants. All in all, you guys defeated Thane Caelithica, and we ended the session just there. You also learned that this mud can petrify you. So, as the Thane has fallen impaled on Norin's antler, the stone golem's also kind of shut down. There's a voice coming from this mithril belt that is tied to the Thane's waist. Hey! Hey! Is someone there? Oh, please, get me out of here! Help me! Tiny little voice.
What is it with giants and having humanoids inside of equipment? I'll extricate the giant's head from my antlers.
Okay. There's just like blood pouring out of the Thane's face. The Thane's kind of toppled over, its head hanging off this small ledge, and you can basically climb up the Thane's head to reach the platform above. The Thane has conveniently fallen in a way that it kind of acts like some stepping stones now. There are 3 such pouches tied to the Thane's belt, mithril belt, which itself is worth 750 GP. Broderick could tell you that with his stone cutting.
And I do.
The belt is going to be quite heavy, and someone can kind of roll it up and sling it in a bag or something like that. But yeah, the pouch itself is made of leather, and the voice just says, "Please, if you get me out of here, I'm going to give you a hefty reward."
Is it possible for me to start casting prayer healing?
Yeah, there's nothing stopping you.
While you guys are doing all that.
What's the range on that? Is it 30 feet?
So try to...
It takes 10 minutes, but as long as you gather around Than at the end of the 10 minutes, you'll get all the healing.
Right.
Right, he
I
starts
can't really climb up that
casting
slope,
that
so
spell.
it's
Yeah, you can. The
range
Thane,
and
the
up
Thane's basically like a set of steps now.
okay.
And yeah, that prayer of healing
failed.
will go off as well, so everyone can just take that 11 hit points now. As you guys understand, this is a sacred temple, and you could only imagine select stone giants, if any other stone giants would be allowed in here. So your character's not expecting any other stone giants to just happen by. Yeah, the barbarians certainly wouldn't enter it.
Let's start opening pouches then.
Yeah, start helping whoever's
Alright, you
talking.
cut the pouch open and a rock gnome spills out. Oh! 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 Ah! Oh my! It's another giant! As he looks up at you, Norrin. He's only about 3.5 feet tall. And he does have like a little bit of jewelry on. And he is actually armored. He just wears like a chain shirt. And apart from him being stuffed in this pouch and probably not having comfortable air to breathe in a comfortable position, he looks to be in good health. Oh, he dusts himself off. You're not going to eat me, are you?
Of course not. What is your name, friend?
My name? It's Alistair. Alistair Noggins. Gnome inventor from Loudwater at your service. Devout worshipper of Gond. God of all creation. Things of metal, that is, and clockwork. You should humble yourself in the presence of such intelligible wit.
Well, you do know you would not be out of that pouch if not for us, right?
Well, yes. I mean, well, I didn't have any of my tools to conduct some sort of escape plan. But here is your hefty reward! And he extends his arms out, suggesting that he is the reward.
Unless you were handing me invisible sword, I don't see how this is a reward.
I told you my name! Alistair Noggins! From Loudwater!
Never heard of you.
I'm a cleric of Gond! I know how to invent things. Things that haven't been invented yet.
That first part though, the cleric part, does that mean that you can heal people?
Why, yes, if I have a cog or something like that as a focus. I mean...
Well, I have this clockwork mouse you could use. Probably, maybe.
Oh? A clockwork mouse?
Oh, I've
With
got
that-
clockwork dog. Could you fix it?
Can I fix it? Can I
gotta
fix
break
it?
these
I
away.
probably invented it. I invented dogs. Of the clockwork kind.
I was about to insight check, just like that's a lie.
Alright.
Oh,
You've saved me, so... I would be more comfortable if I had something clockwork in my hands, but I can cast the spell otherwise.
Here, help.
I'll give him the
Check
mouse.
out this Game Boy.
Oh,
Oh, my broken Game Boy.
Oh, a Game Boy? Pff, I've made plenty of those, but I'll take it. And he seems like generally shocked. He seems baffled as to how this thing works. Oh, Game Boy. Pff, yes, easy. I'll take that, thank you. And he just tucks it in his pocket, kind of in his belt. Now, let's get some healing. All right, you three line up there. Whoever needs healing.
yeah, it's basically
Who's the worst off?
everybody but Jarek and Lily.
He kind of tumbles out of over the Thane's legs and asks you guys to line up. Line up here.
Sure.
Get orderly. You. He points to Than. You're out of place. And you too, Beardy.
Ah.
Fine. Hell.
You need to be in order. Yep, there we go. All right, ready? and he takes a run up, and as he runs up, he like jumps up and high fives everyone. And as he's doing that, he's casting Cure Wounds. 1 for you, Than. 7 for Than. 4 for Rend. 3 for Thomas. Oh no, 3 for Norin. He almost couldn't reach your hand, Norin.
Yeah.
6 for Thomas. And Roderick, you get a level 2 Cure Wounds.
Oh,
Yes.
that's special.
You get 9.
That's for last.
I've got a couple more. Who needs them?
And I'm while they deliberate, I'm gonna start going through the rest of the giant stuff.
Okay. He sees that looks like Than is the most injured. Maybe Than, Roderick, and Thomas. All right, one more time, and he runs by again, and does his running high five cure wounds. Roderick gets 6 healing. Thomas gets 14 healing, and then you get a level 3 cure wounds. You get 23 points of healing.
Damn. That was a good roll.
I've only got a little bit of magic left, so if you don't mind, I will conserve that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Appreciate
Shoulder,
your help, bud.
It's very helpful. Thank you.
Oh, it's the least I can do, and I know you're a little bit disappointed, but I do tell you that big things come in small packages, and listen, if you can get me back to my home in Loudwater, I'll reward you with a special invention for saving my life. It's a device that has a tiny bell in it, and it rings at the top of each hour. I call it a clock.
That's great. Whenever we cannot see the sun, I suppose that could help.
Oh, I mean, this is a prototype. It's a one of a kind. It'll probably be like, if I put it in an auction, I would at least get 1,500 gold pieces for it.
By the
Impressive.
way,
What
how-
town did he say he was from? What town are you from?
Loudwater.
And that's closest to what city that we know are
That's the one that you guys teleported to. The ones that has the Zentarum kind of at its base.
Oh, right.
That's the base, and they,
we have
even though there is attacks from stone giants in Loudwater, people don't really seem to be too concerned. They haven't attacked Loudwater.
They won't now.
So, while this is happening anyway, Norin is going through the other 2 pouches. One of the pouches contains 500 coins. They are platinum.
copper.
They are platinum pieces. 500 platinum.
Oh shit!
All right. Great news.
And the mithril belt is worth 750 GP. Someone strong can carry that. It weighs, let's see. We'll say 40 pounds. It's pretty, it's a giant sized one. Pretty heavy. Well, actually, mithril's incredibly light. So you know what? Don't even worry about the weight. It weighs nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, mithril's known for being super lightweight.
Is it too big to go in the bag of holding though?
Yeah, but Than can put it around his neck and wear it like a massive
Scarf.
chunky chain or something.
I'll just wear a mithril scarf.
Yeah.
Look like Tosh.
You guys can strap it to your bag or something. Add it to the party loot. Now, the third and final pouch contains 8 different objects. One of them is a conch of teleportation.
Nice.
Another one of these conches that the giants use to go to the storm giant stronghold. And who has the other ones? Norin has 2. Now you've got 3. Congratulations.
Oh, I got 3 conches. Okay.
Have an orchestra going on.
Okay. And then there are 7 gemstones. They're massive gemstones. Well, they're not massive in comparison to a giant, but for you guys, I mean, they're reasonably large and they're finely cut and polished. They're each worth 500 GP. So there's 3,500 GP worth of gemstones.
Nice.
Out of those gemstones, there are just 4 of them are just a mixture: amethyst, lapis lazuli. Just they're nothing that's going to be a spell component. So 4 times 500 GP gemstones. All right, 2 of them are diamonds.
Nah.
One of them's a ruby.
Nice.
Selection of very fine
Sell the
gemstones.
ruby or the diamond.
Yeah, note the diamond and ruby separate because they're spell components.
Yep.
And that's the treasure. So meanwhile, while you're sorting all that out, Alistair rubs his hands together. So, what brings you all the way to this canyon? I honestly thought I was going to die inside that pouch.
We're looking for a rune that these giants are supposed to.
A rune? Oh. And
Looks something like this, and I'll show him like the head of the gavel.
And I'll show them my rune.
oh. I wish I knew where that was. This giant captured me. Well, not herself personally, but some of her lackeys. I was just minding my own business, doing some inventions. In fact, I don't actually live in Loudwater proper. I much prefer the peace and serenity of my own little hovel set up in the foothills. But the giants, they just took me. They grabbed me out of my house and home, and they were interrogating me. I think they wanted information about Loudwater's defenses. But I tried to discourage her from attacking the town. It hasn't been attacked, has it?
Not to our knowledge, not yet.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, I told her we had these special cannons that fired dwarves with axes. I think she fell for it.
Very clever of you.
Well, we need some hill giants that fired goblins.
I invented that.
Well, it saved us killing goblins. So
I'm not sure if she believed me. That large stalactite that seems to be embedded in all of your skin, it actually seemed to speak to her. I think she was asking questions, and I'm pretty sure she was about to ask them if what I said was true. Lucky you came across me. Or she would have discovered my treachery. Not that that invention would be, well, out of my capabilities. And he winks at Roderick.
yeah, I don't really use axes, so I think it's unnecessary.
Oh, well. You know, I created a lot of extra food. You'll probably see some of it in my pouch, so if anyone wants bacon, then there's bacon for all of you. But other than that, I was just contemplating my own death. I mean, escaping this place would have been impossible for me. The stone giants probably would have killed me for trying, so I'm guessing you fought your way through here.
Not exactly.
Oh. Well, anyway, my best bet is to stay with you. I'm safe with you all, so if you don't mind, I would like to stick around with you all. Did you come here by horse?
We did.
Where
You
do
like
you all
horses?
hail from? I don't recognize any of you. I haven't seen any of you around Loudwater.
I'm from San Francisco.
San Francisco is lovely. I've been there a few times. In fact, I like their ale. It's delicious.
Good Anchorstein.
Yes, that one. That's the one. I couldn't think of the name. Oh, so San Francisco, you're all from there? Remind me again where that is. I've been to so many places. Is it near here?
Northern California.
Oh, you must be not from Faerun.
Different realm. Different realm.
Oh!
He's a realm jumper.
Ah, I've always wanted to go to a different realm. The city of brass, I've heard, is absolutely marvelous. So, you want this rune? Is there something I can do to help you all? You seem to be on an important quest.
Quite
Here
important.
for the rune.
Well, I mean, I don't have a home to go to anymore. I'd be happy to join you all. I'm good at fixing things up, if you need things that need fixing.
We see. That's a
Be
pretty good.
useful skill.
Alright, I'll make you a deal. You get me to my shop, which is in Loudwater. I'll give you your reward. We'll pick up TikTok, and then we'll set on to our adventure.
Wait, who's TikTok?
TikTok? Oh, one of my constructs and companions. He's a suit of animated chainmail.
It's a bit like a vine.
That sounds nifty.
But without the music. Or with the music.
So, yes, I would be happy to join you if you have things that need fixing. All I ask in return is that you keep me alive. I aspire to see more of this world.
We can probably manage that.
Well, let's get you to your shop and we'll just see how that goes. The road, I'm sure, will be perilous. Just getting you there.
Everyone
We
would like
do
to have
need
you.
to search this area first, though.
Definitely. How much more of this area do we need to search?
Just enough to find the room. I
Look
vote
for
we saw
the look for the fragments. I'm sure it fell into the mud over here.
that other area where we saw other giants meditating or something too.
Hmm.
Alright, this is the temple. I imagine that the Thane had personal quarters. We might find it there.
Oh, that's good thinking. You're a thinker.
These
That's
ledges,
right,
they are ascending as they make their way counterclockwise, so you will need to try and climb up
Oh, so
to get up to the different levels. This is ground level 10, 20. This is 30 feet above you guys, or
I'll
20
jump
feet
my
above
way up there.
Thomas and Red. Yeah, you can jump up easily there.
I'll just struggle.
Oh,
Lily breaks out the crampons.
got a bit of spring in your step there.
Indeed.
Feel like I'm scared.
Do you like my scarf?
Excellent. Excuse me there, Mr. What was your name again?
Norin.
Do you mind if I jump on your back?
Here, climb on the antlers.
Oh, excellent. Woohoo! I feel like I'm in control of some sort of marvelous wheeled construct.
Right. Don't get too carried away.
It's reasonably difficult to climb these ledges. They're pretty smooth. There's very little handholds and footholds. Then, Rand, you can get up with an 18.
Can I just lower my rope and pull the rest up?
Yeah,
You know, like one at a time?
yeah. You could pretty much lean over the edge and grab someone's arm and pull them up like that.
Yeah, I was about to say, if me and Ren set up a system,
Yeah,
I can hand people up.
Alistair basically climbs up over your antlers and just jumps up there.
You boost and run.
Alright, working together, you guys will be able to slowly get up there.
try each time to get up by myself and probably fail.
Yeah, the chances of you actually not being able to climb Rend would be like minuscule, so you don't really need to make any ability check.
Alright.
All right, Jarek, and just stay right there. we'll come check on you later. Keep meditating.
He's keeping watch behind us.
Is he here?
He's not.
Oh, I thought he was here for some reason. Alright, he is, yeah, meditating. He'll be with you guys. Did he say he was going to be late?
I didn't see anything about it.
Oh, it must be running late. Alright, as you guys make your way around this island, you can see another one of these enormous petrified stone giants sitting in an alcove. And this is like a bit of an arched bridge, and it slopes up about another 10 feet. So yeah, you're about 50 feet above ground level. If this was like ground level over here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but where you came in. There's
So how far below is the mud at this point?
It's about 40 to 50 feet. The bridge is slightly arched. Yeah, there's an effluviant of mud. It seems to be kind of trickling this way. You can't really see the source of it. There might be some sort of culvert or something to where the mud is spilling out. But yeah, it's a very strange phenomenon as well, this mud. You continue on around the corner and you've got a tunnel here. It's roughly 20 feet high. There are large and small stones scattered all over the floor. You may even fret a little bit when you see this huge stone giant, knowing that one of them could come to life and attack. But oh, there was one other item as well. I forgot to give you guys. It's the Thane's Adamantine Great Club.
Oh.
Which...
Fans?
You're the new Thane now.
I'm just going to add an E to them, my name.
But yeah, it's quite large and it's very heavy, but it is a magic item. I'm not sure if you guys want to take it, but you might want to identify it first. If you get time, we'll come back for it and identify it.
I mean, might as well take it with us. How heavy is it?
Lily probably could have.
It weighs
that
6 times the weight of a regular club, which is probably, I don't know, 20 pounds or something like that. But yeah, it's noted as an Adamantine Great Club.
I don't want to hold on to it.
Sorcerer weapon.
Needs identifying. Okay, so you guys continue on, and the tunnel's slightly sloping up a little bit more as you guys are going. Alright, you guys continue on, and you can hear the sound of this like flowing river. You know, there's a river that cuts through the ravine, and you can see the outside of the tunnel now, and there's some light spilling forth. And you can just see some growths kind of flanking the exit of this tunnel, and there's like an open rampart. Something tells you that you're about 60 feet above ground level. But below
If it
you...
was made of stone, that would be Roderick telling you that.
You feel like you're like right at the top of the chasm, because basically it's just like there is like a split in the mountainside that doesn't go all the way through, so you're kind of near the end of that split. You can hear the sound of the sluggish river below, and yeah, there's a bridge. Looking beyond the bridge, there's another tunnel, and you can see a little bit of maybe like a tiny flicker of light from like some torches. There's also light just peering up from above. Like when you look up, you can see the sky above you. It's like a foggy blue sky above, and light just spilling through this crevice.
Can we climb down or jump down?
60
Lower
feet.
'em down.
You can climb down. It'll be difficult.
Now, everybody
Or-
should have a climber's kit.
Okay, with a climber's kit, then it's not going to be difficult.
Yeah, I'll use my climber's kit.
It'd just
Okay,
take you guys a couple of minutes. You'll be using the pittons and spike boots, hammering the pittons into the wall, looping your rope around your belt, and also using like a climber's pick, and then just, you know, every 25 feet, hammering in a new piton, making sure you're secure, and you're just basically mountain climbing down. There's no chance of you falling more than 25 feet, but it's physically demanding, so it still will require an athletics check. At worst, you might slip a little bit and hit the side of the rocks and scratch yourself up a little bit. Get a boo-boo.
Oh, is that 60 feet down? Would that be going down to the river?
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah, you're up high. As you just kind of,
We
you know,
want to go down to the river or go across, see what's on the other side of the bridge?
I go across since we're already here.
Yeah.
Climb down the nut.
Oh, we could.
Alright, well, some people already started climbing down.
I thought we were climbing down to this bridge level, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I thought it
I
was. I
thought
thought
too.
this was the thing right here.
Oh, no,
that
no,
we were
no, no,
climbing
no.
down.
This is the tunnel that you guys were in. It's kind of isometric.
Oh.
You're spilling out, and
Oh.
it's a bridge.
Yeah, I thought
Okay.
the drop was right.
Oh, no, no,
Oh,
no, no.
okay. No climber's kits then.
60 feet above the water level. Okay. So you guys are going to go across the bridge.
Oh,
Can you guys see those two folks up the top to the north?
Yeah.
Wait,
They
where?
look menacing.
Oh,
Up the river.
As you guys do look towards the back wall of the canyon, you see a massive statue. It is 150 feet tall. You recognize it as Scorius Stonebones, who looks like a powerfully built stone giant with spikes protruding from his head and shoulders. And he has no dandruff.
Tell from this distance.
Roderick, it's an astonishing bit of stonecraft in terms of its sheer size, and you'd hate to admit it, but you feel like even this might be a tricky feat for a dwarf to pull off. You probably
I don't
get a little
admit
bit jealous. Right, you just tell everyone what you wish.
Yeah.
Deep down
It does
though,
take a long time because it's so big.
it hurts. But there are some rivulets of water pouring down from the mountain onto the statue, and it channels the water into the stream. Kind of makes it look like the waterfall's rolling off the giant's shoulders, which also just hurts you even more, Roderick, because you think that they had to take that into consideration when they built it. I'll have everyone make a perception check that can see the statue. It might... Actually, I think there's enough light, so it's kind of... Everyone might be able to see anyway. Yeah, everyone can kind of see it. It's dim. Alright, this will be disadvantage if you don't have dark vision, because you're seeing in dim light. Okay. You notice these two stone giants. They're just kneeling before the statue. Their heads are actually bowed. One's female and one's male.
yeah, I don't know which is which.
And they do have massive stone great clubs lying on the ground next to them. They seem to be in some sort of meditative state and praying to the statue. One of them opens their eyes and looks over, having seen some of your sources of light. But he doesn't really react, kind of just notices you all and then goes back to proselytizing himself before the statue. Doesn't seem to really mind your presence, you could say.
This bridge, does it seem like it's a giant traveled bridge? Because it seems narrow.
Giant could crawl over it, yeah, like they could cross it.
Okay.
But other than that, like when you look to the tunnel beyond, you can see some torchlight and a camp, and it looks like It's one of the barbarians' camps because there's like a couple of small hovels and whatnot, or tents set up.
Oh, so do we? So we go
That's if we
across
cross the bridge.
or down?
You don't
What
want
do
to
you
try and
guys
talk to the giants? If they're not attacking us on sight, they might be friendly.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's
but
what
what if we do and they do, and then the barbarians come in behind us?
but that
I'm not really
giant-
keen to have to climb twice if we want to come back up here, because
Okay,
Well, that-
I'm just saying that these are the first ones that didn't just try to like smush us the moment they saw.
yeah,
us.
true.
As you guys actually have a conversation here, one of the giants that was trying to meditate, he kind of opens his eyes and he stands up. It's the one on the right. He doesn't reach for his great club. He looks at you quizzically and he yells out in giant. Why have you come from the temple? It is forbidden for others to enter.
So do we just blurt out why we're here?
Yeah,
I don't
sure.
understand what
Yeah.
I would say.
We've been sent by the Allfather.
Do you speak giant?
Seek the rune.
I think I do. I'll check.
I can
If he
translate.
doesn't,
They're speaking in giant.
I'll throw it back in giant.
Okay. Small folk, your voices are very quiet. We will come to you. They both stand up and they start walking over. They're about 18 feet tall, so they're still a good 40 feet below you. And they look up at you all and they just jump onto the walls. And they scale the walls effortlessly. They just leap a couple of times and it only takes them about 10 seconds to make that climb.
I think they're great clubs with them.
No, they just left them back there. And they peer down at you all.
Greetings. I bear word from the Allfather. He has charged us with collecting the runes that he had distributed to the giants. He no longer feels they should be in your care.
You are small folk. The runes were gifted to us by Annam. It is only his place to take them back. Why should we listen to you?
Well, the way we hear it, you're listening to Scorius instead of the Allfather anyway.
We found nothing but heresy when we showed up here.
You know nothing of our culture and our religion, small folk. Careful with your tongue, or you may find yourself being thrown down into the ravine to be drowned by the river.
I do not mean to speak offense, but it is true that the Allfather sent us to collect the runes. As you can see among us, we have some of the others.
The only blasphemy that we have seen so far is your appearance here from the sacred temple. None shall enter. Did you
Luckily,
enter?
the exit- It's more of an exit, really.
For exiting that entry.
I'm going to be honest.
Are you saying you did not enter the sacred temple?
We came through it. We asked the giant, the leader there, to return the rune to us, and he attacked us on sight, shouting about some other god beside the elf. We repeatedly tried to convince him that we were here on the Allfather's, but he said he doesn't follow the Allfather any longer. Yeah, he said he chooses not to follow the Allfather any longer.
Kaya Lithica is a she, for starters.
Sorry.
Perhaps your giant tongue is not as refined as you thought.
I stumble a
He's an
lot.
elf.
Only stone giant thanes are permitted in the temple. But Kyalithica, she has been acting strangely, carving questions into the Steinfang. We are trying to pray to Scorius to guide us during these times. The ordering has been absolved. Storm giants no longer preside over our kind. The king has been displaced.
Which king?
The king of all giants, King Hecaton.
I think we knew that.
Huh.
Remember, we asked the questions and
Your kind have ruined our world. Before you existed, this ancient world was Ostoria. You have taken our rock and transformed it into shoddy works such as your dwellings and buildings. We must wipe out your blasphemous works. Surface dwellers, that is the only way we can elevate ourselves to the top of the ordering.
that
But,
seems a noble goal.
alright, now the giants are starting to contemplate what you've said, Lily, and you'll need to make a persuasion check.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh, this isn't going to go great.
So, quick question. Quick question. The club that I've been carrying around, it's still like giant size, right?
It is. You feel like they know that you've eliminated the Thane,
Okay.
but they don't really seem to hold a grudge against you, by the looks of it.
And this is just a straight roll?
Yep, persuasion check. As you're talking, Lily, you've got like a bit of a foul mouth, I guess, or something. You're saying you're inadvertently offending them with your -1. But the giants seem to see reason, evident of what they say next. You have come to our domain, foolishly and recklessly. This speaks words in itself. There is much disarray, and while we aim to restore the stone to its rightful place, or at least in tribute of stone bones, we admire your courage and dedication and willingness to try and fix the ordering. Kyalithica was acting absurd. She was speaking to a god that we believe was not Scorius Stonebones, but we were not brave enough to stand against Kyalithica. And you have proved to us, small folk, that you are brave. You must come now. We must continue. Olakmura. Come and speak to Scorius. If he believes that you are worthy, then he will give you a sign. We shall carry you down to the statue, in which you may offer your prayers.
I'll bow in thanks, and I'll go along with him.
Illister kicks his feet a little bit. Oh boy! Triple team! Because he's on Norin's back, and then Norin will be on the giant's back. And it looks like Jarek has finished meditating as well and catches up with you guys. Alright, the giants will let you guys hitch a ride on their backs so you can get down easily. They're astonishingly good climbers. It's literally just a step down for them. And they take you to the statue of Scorius Stonebones, all 150 foot of it. Its head is kind of open to the sky. And the giants, they go back into their kneeling positions. And they suggest that you pray to Scorius Stonebones for guidance. So if you wish to do that, you can take a knee and make a religion check to prove
I'll give it a go.
your faith.
Yep.
I'll guidance myself if it's applicable.
Yeah. Alright, to those of you that pray to stone bones, don't get a sign. Except for Lily. This, the right eye of the giant, it looks like a crystal ball. A crystal ball sized orb. And a little bit of light reflects in that orb. And it kind of washes over your face, Lily. Like someone's, shining their watch in your eye. And I guess it gets in your eye too, Roderick. You're not sure if this was a sign or just a coincidence. But when you look at the right eye, you notice that it has within it a rune. And Roderick, and Lily, you both can read giant. It's the Stein rune, or stone. It appears in the form of crystalline veins. And the giants are just in this meditative state doing this ritual, this great stillness that they said. Olak Mara, which translates to great stillness. They don't seem to have noticed this glint. And they're just whispering some prayers.
And what was this giant's name again?
They didn't tell you their names. Oh, you mean the
big
god?
Scorius
Stonebones.
Stonebones. This is who their leader. This is who they pray to.
Yeah, it's one of Adam's children's. One of Adam's sons.
So I guess I'd say Scorius Stonebones has answered my prayer and shown me the room.
They open their eyes and they look up at the statue. Very well then, small folk. You are free to take it. If you can climb to the top.
Should I not?
I'll try to climb it.
Alright, then
Use the kid.
you attempt to climb it.
I'll use the kit.
You're going to hammer into the statue some pitons.
Oh, I didn't realize.
The giant pulls out its club and gets ready to hammer you into the statue.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Go on.
This is a sacred.
Climb over here,
Okay.
then shimmy over and drop onto it.
It says that you have to climb the
I can
statue.
Does it have like handholds and footholds? And
Yeah,
stuff to
you
climb?
can climb up.
Alright. I'll just climb up.
Expertly carved. Yeah.
Yep.
Make an athletics check.
I'll guidance myself.
Alright, you climb up, and the giants seem to be impressed by your capabilities. You easily get to the top, and in the right eye is this orb. It kind of just looks like a grey stone with these crystalline veins that run across the surface. It's an orb of granite, about the size of an adult human's fist. And you can claim it. You get the
pick up
orb
the data.
of the Stein room. And you can identify it when you get time. And then you need another athletics check to get down.
Okay.
you pray for some guidance and make the journey down, and that guidance is just enough to get you down without falling. Small folk, you will use this rune to restore the ordering, you say?
That is our quest, yes.
Then you have our sanction. We would like to be left now in peace. Your presence here clouds our minds, but be warned, there are others who will not share our idle thoughts.
What of the neighboring towns? Will the attacking stop?
Until the ordering is fixed, it is in our will to continue to climb and progress the ordering. I'm afraid we must continue our ways.
The way to stop them is to restore the ordering. Make like a tree and head on out.
Yep.
Make a banana and leave.
First time I heard these sayings, Thomas.
Make like a guillotine and split. Although that one still kind of works.
I'll bow with a flourish to the giants.
Alistair's like shaking Norin, you can feel his nervousness.
Gonna
Fine.
follow.
Let's just find a good place to teleport. All right.
Are we done here?
So-
or do you want to?
I think so.
So about that teleport, I
follow
may
the
have
river.
forgotten to. I completely forgot to change my spells before coming in here, so I don't know.
Well, let's
So-
go find our horses then.
We need to go to our horses, you guys. We can't just leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go back the
I
way.
mean, we can.
We have to climb back up.
Ah,
We can go down this path,
Okay.
because that's the bridge that we saw before. We can go down this path and then go in the other entrance.
Yeah, the ravine just, it opens
yeah.
up, the canyon just opens up, you can
That's right.
make your way down.
And our horses are just on the inside of that cave entrance, right?
Yes.
Or they were.
Yeah.
I wonder if the
Let's see if
barbarians
the
ate
rocks come
them.
back yet.
Remember, we got bombarded by barbarians, so
We got barbarded.
barbarian.
Yeah.
Oh man.
An attempt was made.
Our secondary quest is to populate all of Faerun with our horses.
It's our personal quest.
Hey, we're doing pretty good at it so far.
Man, it's a long way.
Hundreds of years from now.
We probably should have killed those giants, though, huh? Or attacked them.
What?
Well, they're still going to kill
that was all-
neighboring towns.
No, those two aren't.
They didn't kill anyone, they're just
And
pulling
they
people's
haven't been
houses
killing.
apart.
They've just been.
They're just being,
deconstructing.
yeah, just being ruining people's livelihoods, that's all.
Didn't we find
Creating
crushed humans in some of the remains?
Collateral damage.
Those are probably the people who tried to stop them.
Collateral damage.
You know, if they just carved caves, they wouldn't have this problem. Nothing to dismantle. That's the advantage of monolithic housing.
All right, I'm lost.
It's,
Even though I shouldn't be.
it's, just follow the river. That's all you gotta do.
If you like, Thon, you can breathe under there, so you could literally just swim underneath the river.
I might actually still have water walk on if it hasn't been over an hour since the fight.
It's been about an hour of exploring, roughly.
I
Talking.
mean, you can test your luck and see how far you get.
I guys continue
So
down
windy.
this canyon, and it's absolutely huge. The mouth is just this, or the banks is these grassy ravines. It's a very shallow but swift-flowing river, and you do see some moss-covered logs spanning the river at several locations. It's kind of foggy here as well, and you see these looming petrified stone giants, and some tunnel entrances leading further into the canyon at various intervals.
I feel like we've left so much unexplored.
We have, but we got what we need.
Feels
I
wrong.
don't think we-
Other places hasn't
there's-
always been so healthy.
Maybe.
Is that what I... Wait,
Oh shit.
We have the vision of the horses, I think. I think that's what's going on there.
You're not be populating this region.
does it sound like there's a rock around?
Oh,
It's actually probably the barbarians killed him. Or the bears. Bloody bears.
looks like we're walking.
Alright, guys, I'll keep in mind that you characters don't know this yet. Alright, guys, I'll spill out, and Alistair just claps his hands. Oh boy! It's so good to see the light of day! Thank you, my noble steed. I mean, my noble... whatever you
Call me,
are.
that again, call me that again and you will be thrown in the river.
I'm just kidding.
I hope the dragon
no
is still
collateral.
My map froze.
I hope the dragon is still keeping the rock busy.
Dragon? Rock? What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
We made friends with the dragon, and it was distracting the rock for us. That is the rock's nest right there. I point to it.
You guys are
Or
crazy. As you return back to the cave, you see 4 of the horses have been gutted. Blood and entrails scattered all around. Entrails hanging from hooks on the walls. And this is like a grisly scene here of slaughter. And you see blue paint on the wall. The symbolism of the blue bear tribe. It looks like 3 bear claws. And I'm gonna roll initiative. I'll move Than up. Alright, as you guys come around here, you don't know where the other 3 horses are. But the barbarians, they've been laying in wait. And when they get the chance, they've been kind of hiding in the fog around the rock's nest. And they just they spill forth the remainder of the tribe, just growling like bears. Ah! Kind of spreading out outside here near Roderick. And let me just move them up a little bit. Hydeia leads the fray. Okay. So it's an ambush from outside. And they do attempt surprise. Just gonna roll them all into initiative as well.
Norna's so fucking slow.
Alright, here's for surprise. 15 passive perception or higher, and you are not surprised. It's an ambush. They just emerge from the fog, cleverly blended in with the surrounding foliage. And they just leap forward. Roderick, you're up first.
Okay. What's my radius on spike rate? I think it's 20 feet. Is that right? 20 foot radius. So yeah, I can probably get most of them.
You on the template?
We'll cast a spike growth. Actually, I'll probably run away a bit first. Into a spike growth.
I'll give you control, and you can move it around, put it where you want. There we go.
Might be. Here we go. So let's put it. I mean, wait, they don't really have ranged weapons, do they? Or some of them got javelins?
Yeah, they got spears, basically just sharpened
Yep.
piece of wood or bones.
Yeah, we'll just leave it there. That'll do for now, and I moved 15 feet. I'm gonna step back another. Get bonus 10 feet on my first. So
The barbarians are kind of screaming in both their language, and they look bloodthirsty and enraged. You notice in the blue paint, it looks like a bear's claw across their face. They have some lines of the horse blood as well, and a few of them have like horse entrails kind of dangling over them.
Yep. So I'll do that
Lily.
now.
Lily is surprised.
Okay. But are you really surprised that the barbarians ambushed you?
Fair
Honest?
point.
Alright, Thomas, you hear them, you hear their battle cry.
Bags. Alright, well, let's... Oops, I can't move. Can I get control of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
Alright, cast Synaptic Static. There's a buzz in the air. The barbarians start to scream. Ah! They absolutely hate magic. And a lot of them just collapse to the ground. Blood just pouring out from their ears. Only the strong survive, which is this one and the other. A warrior and a barbarian. Alright, Alistair's turn, and he just says, "Yikes!" And he's not really one for combat, so he just backs up and takes a dodge action. Okay, let me just clear up this map a little bit more. Alright, despite them seeing the spike growth, they just run through it. One of them moves 10, 20, 25, 30. He moves 2 squares into it. And he'll take the dash action and he'll charge Than and Lily, looking at Heiyu with a malcontent in its eyes. Another one moves 2 squares through it, so that's you, Roderick. 44 times 2. Dashes up to Lily. Jarek.
I'm surprised the amnesia spell I cast is working so well.
Oh, that wore off. It wears off
Yeah.
as soon as they complete.
No. They must have forgot what we did to him last time.
The barbarians?
I'm surprised. But I'm also surprised that they forgot how much
surprised.
magic. Yeah, exactly right.
Oh, they're barbarians. They are Uthgard barbarians. Your character definitely would not think that they would just let that go. You can make a history check about lore about Uthgard barbarians if you want. But I don't think your character would be surprised that they've reacted this way. And they certainly don't care about surviving or anything like that. They're just bloodthirsty barbarians.
All right.
Are you there, Roderick?
Yes, I am now.
You need to roll 2 lots of spike growth. 44 times 2. And then another 8d4. This barbarian dashes.
There's a lot of ones in there.
Dan.
I will take a stab at this guy here. Came up right next to me. He looks a little bit injured.
I have
That hits. Alright, this guy is huge and he just roars as he wears the innards of your riding horse on his face. Ah! He comes in with his bear claw spear and you sink the short sword straight into his torso, all the way up to the hilt. You pull it out and he just laughs. Takes the blood, wipes it up his chest and licks the open palm of his hand. And just screams at you while poking his tongue out.
How dare you laugh?
And they're just screaming in bothly. Heidi leading the charge.
I'm gonna bring the dove down on his face.
Alright, cast spiritual weapon that hits. And poof, it smacks him over the face. Alright, his face is covered in more of his own blood than the horse's now, and he's looking bloody. Rend.
Alright, let's see. Let's see here. If I move here, am I able to hit this guy that's right there in
Yep,
front of me?
you're within 5
Alright.
feet.
I'm gonna reckless, but I'm not gonna rage. And I'll do it with the flame tongue.
You're not angry, you're just disappointed with them.
That hits. Are you?
It's just 8 points. I didn't say I ignited it.
You didn't want to ignite it?
Well, I do, but I forgot to say it. So
I'll presume that you do that when you like draw
Okay,
it
then
for
I
combat.
I used my bonus for that then.
Alright, you slash across the barbarian and you just hit him straight across the face. Big diagonal scorch mark is cut across him and he's still standing.
Alright, once more. Oh, I clicked it. Click it again.
That hits. And you strike him down.
And that'll be it. I clicked in turn, it's just everything's going slow.
Alright, Heidi points her bear claw spear forward and just yells in bothly at them. Like pointing her spear towards you. Trying to run forward. She moves 2 squares through the spike growth. And she runs up to here. And when she gets here, she shield bashes Thomas. Tries to knock you on the ground.
I'll shield.
Alright, you could tell that she's going for Jarek. You poof, bounce her shield back off of your shield and roll on the Wild Magic Surge table. And you need to roll the damage, Roderick, please, if you're there.
Yep.
Alright, creatures have disadvantage on saving throws against the next spell you cast within a minute.
Nice.
Or the next spell. That was 44 for you,
much?
Roderick. She moved 2 spaces. Alright, she turns and tries to smack Rend with the shield, trying to shove you. And you need to make a strength save.
Alright.
She's not even phased by the small lacerations caused by the spike growth on her legs. She hits you for 8 bludgeoning damage, tries to knock you to the ground. And you don't budge. And then she just tries to spear through Thomas with her 3rd attack. And that misses. Hey, you.
Let's see. I think Hey You will put the help action on this person in front of me. And then he I'm grabbing me. I gotta move me over to grab you. He's gonna book it out of there. Around.
Alright, Heyu flutters back after kind of fluttering in the barbarian's face. And Alistair claps. Good work, Owl! He mumbles some idea to himself. Alright, despite being caught in the spike growth, the tribal warrior doesn't care. She just runs straight through it, screaming in Bothly. She moves 3 squares and 4 squares, 5 squares. She's dead. She just gets shredded apart.
Shit.
Alright, then some others move. Alright, one of them moves 2 squares through the spike growth, Roderick. So roll 44. And they're going to be taking the dash action. And she's going to provoke from Than. She tries to break through, and you can tell that they're gunning for Jarek. Alright, she's badly injured by the spike growth. Than, you try to slash her and impale her with a short sword, but she just interposes her bear claw spear and just hits your short sword away, hungry for blood. And some more come running in. That'll be another 2
Norin,
squares.
have you used your reaction? You might be able to hit them as well with your sentinel thing.
That she hasn't moved away from him yet.
But she doesn't have to for Norin's.
Well, I'm saving my reaction for now.
Yeah, fair.
Alright, they start to push forward. And that's another 44, Roderick. And then another 44. You may as well roll that up 1, 2, 3 more times on top of that. Because they're all dashing forward. Running 2 spaces through it. They're all getting slashed up. Various states of injury.
I think it's enough. That's what she said.
Classic.
Okay. Some of them look quite bloodied as they make their way towards you guys, but none of them fall. And they all take the dash action. Norin.
Alright, let's
Fuck him up, Norin.
I'm gonna hit the one above me.
That hits. And you cut the blue bear tribal warrior down.
Alright. Then I will go for the one directly to the south of me. Actually, I'm gonna go for Hadia.
That hits her. And she's
I'm gonna put
way
my
tougher than the others.
I'm gonna put my unwavering mark on her though.
Alright, you stab her with the trident. A lot of her armor and shield absorbs the blow. She smiles at you when you goad her.
Yeah, I don't have any bonus actions right now. That's it.
Now, one more barbarian comes rushing through here. He will take the dash action. He runs 2 squares through it. And, alright, the shaman also is supposed to go now, too. She was supposed to go before. I forgot to roll her in. She'll go at the very end, I guess. Alright, the shaman is going to cast a spell. She stays at the back behind the spike growth, avoiding it. And let me just check the range for this one. Okay. Oh no, not yet. Alright, I think she's going to actually just do a... I just got to check the range on a spell. You know what? I don't think she can really do too much at the moment. So she'll take the dash action. She'll come around the corner, avoiding the spike growth, running through the fog. She'll go like that for now. Roderick, you're up.
I think I'm just going to check the ranges between people. I'm going to command a few of them to flee. So it'll be that's no slot. So third level. So forget a name. That leader,
Idea.
as well as Idea, the one next to her, and the one next to me. Flee.
Alright, this is Heidi's save. 15.
16 is the DC.
Alright, she will flee. And then the next tribal warrior next to her fails and will flee. And then the one next to you fails and she'll flee too.
Nice.
Lily.
Alright, Lily will start by... And then... I guess we just start stabbing people. Yeah, I'll start stabbing people. I'll start with the guy I have advantage on.
That hits. Alright, you sink the rapier into him. He lets out a groan. Blood spills from his mouth onto his beard.
And hopefully I follow it up.
That's a hit. You draw the rapier out and stick it into his neck. He just kind of grits his teeth and smiles as he falls to the ground, blood covering his entire face. Thomas.
There's an awful lot of these guys. Yeah,
It's a fireball.
yeah, but I don't want to hit Norn. He's hurting. So, I can hit.
Interesting choice of place.
If you put it up here, you can get all of us.
But I'll use a point to use careful spell so that the N and Lily succeed.
Cool.
It's too big an opportunity since they're all going to fail, or I'll have disadvantage on the save.
That's a good point, Thomas.
Alright, so the careful spell, if they succeed, they take no damage, right?
I think they just
Or automatically succeed. Okay.
Automatically succeed, so they'll take.
Damage?
Yeah. Oops.
Boy, you're being twice as careful.
Yeah.
Do you have evasion then?
I have fire resistance.
Okay. Alright, so Lily will take 13 fire damage. Than you'll take 6 fire damage. Alright, the female bear tribe warriors, they just explode, catch on fire and scream. 3 of them, the females, are killed instantly. And the other female is killed instantly. So it's she. This guy, he's killed instantly. So it's just Hydia and the other barbarian. The barbarian fails the saving throw. And even though he takes the full brunt, he only looks bloodied. And Hydea makes a saving throw. She succeeds, taking half damage.
She has disadvantage, right? From the wild magic.
Oh yes, the wild magic. Oh, that would also. Okay, yep, good. All right, she takes the full brunt. She's still not even looking bloody.
She's gonna love me too.
I think they
You're
hate
so likable.
Jarek. I think they really hate Jarek right now.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
they always
They
attempt to
just-
kill and dismember spellcasters first. Alistair just claps. Goody, goody! Get 'em! Burn 'em! Those savage barbarians! Feel the power of civilized folk! Alistair yells out. I'll just be around the corner. Jarek.
Well, let me see if I can't push her just a little further away from me.
Oh, I would love that.
Well, she'll be running away anyway.
That is true. Yeah, but let me see if I can get her to the edge of that. Edge of that real quick.
Put her in it if you.
Nope, not with that one.
It's a miss. And second beam is a miss. She holds up her shield and just chuckles as she pulls her shield back. She glares at you through her blue striped face.
All right, and then I will move back.
Alright, the barbarian just lets out a roar. And he takes a dash action. He runs up to Jarek, provoking from Norin, Roderick,
Yeah.
Ren.
Do I?
I'll
I have my
work on my
reaction.
reaction this time. Son of a bitch.
And Norin, you get caught up in the melee. You try to get tangled up in your antlers. Ren, you strike him with the flame tongue. He shrugs off the pain and continues running.
I wouldn't have a weapon out, so
Alright, he takes a dash action. Than.
What does a grapple again? Is it how does it work? How does a grapple work when
It replaces one of your attack rolls. It's an athletics check, and it's contested by the athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay. I might run after the shaman and try to restrain her. But first, I would like to attack her with the spiritual weapon. As long as I'm able to reach her. Do I have any difficult terrain to get to her? 35 feet.
The spike growth, you
spike
can
growth
go
already.
around it. So,
Okay.
but yeah, you can get straight to her in that straight line without
Perfect.
touching
Okay,
the
then
spike growth.
If that's the case, then I'll definitely use bonus action to attack her with a spiritual weapon. And that will be this guy here.
That hits. Alright, the spiritual weapon smacks her in the back of the head. She's still not
And
bloody.
I will try to grapple her.
Alright, you run up to the shaman and you sheath your short sword and you try to grab her. Make an athletics check. And you grab onto her arm. She's grappled.
And I'd like to move my spiritual weapon towards me, if possible.
You
Yeah,
move it and attack, but you can't move it. You can't attack and then move it. You can move it and attack though.
Oh, okay. Alright, so it'll stay put then. And that's the end of my turn.
Rend.
Alright, I'll use my bonus action to rage. And then attack the, what's her face there?
She interposes her shield and bear claw spear and blocks a 16.
Right, yeah.
And she easily blocks a 10 as well, ducking
Yeah, I did.
under the
Say
attack.
reckless. Retarded. Alright.
Heidi is going to move back, so she provokes from Thomas and Rend, firstly. She won't go through the spike growth because it's dangerous. You hit her, Rend, and Thomas, use Warcaster to hit her with a firebolt. You guys both slash her. There's an explosion of fire and steel. And she's injured now. You've kind of worn her out a little bit. And as she's running, she's letting out a bear cry, like a bear growl. And Than, you notice the two cave bears guarding the tunnel to the east.
Mm-hmm.
They react to that. It looks like they're going to come running over, but I mean, they're quite far away.
I yell that out.
Alright, so she moved 5, and then yeah, she doesn't go through hazards of command, so. Does she need to dash? She needs to dash too, right?
Actually, I'll just check. I think so.
Okay. She dashes away 60 feet.
They have in the past. They have
80 feet.
That's where you,
Yeah.
80
Use
feet.
direction.
Jeez.
Hey,
Oh yeah, it spends their turn moving away at the fastest possible means, so that would typically be dashing away.
okay, yeah. She goes pretty quick. 80 feet. Hey,
Hey is getting away from this barbarian out of this cave. And just, well, nah. I guess she'll sit right here. She took the hide action, but she's kind of not really hiding behind anything.
she can take the hide action. There's not really much to obscure her though. If she takes a hide action, that's a stealth check though. But I mean, she's in line of sight of all the enemies, so she's not able to hide.
Well, with that roll, I don't think it would have mattered where she.
Well, yeah. Do you want her to take a different action? But she can't hide.
No, I'm good with that action.
Okay, dodge. She can't hide. You can't hide if you're in line of sight.
I'll fire up in the air the remainder of her movement out of the cave and up.
Okay. Yeah, if you're being viewed, you're not able to hide. All right. There's barely any tribal warriors left. They have run to their slaughter. Norin.
Back here.
That hits. Alright, you stab this brute straight in the back. Ugh. You expect him to drop, but he doesn't.
Alright, let's try that.
That hits. You twist the trident, and that does the trick. Ugh. Collapses onto the ground, dead.
Alright. That's my turn.
The shaman is going to grab you back, Than, and cast a spell. Bestow curse. I'm just going to roll it manually for the attack roll. She just smiles at you and chuckles with a sinister look on her face. And she misses you. You just throw her to the side. The spell just dissolves in the air.
I smile back.
She doesn't smile anymore. Roderick.
Which way were the bear growls coming from?
They're at that same area where they were before. So off to the right of this map.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I'm going to Hunter's Mark the Shaman. No. And then step forward a little bit. There. And then shoot her. Or at least try to.
That hits. The arrow sticks into the shaman's side. Her first injury.
Another one.
Another arrow hits her. She's dealing with the 2 arrows in her reasonably well. Lily.
To the shaman, I'm going to use a bonus action and cast a Shadow Wolf. And I'm just going to start swinging at the shaman.
Crit.
Nice.
That's probably my worst crit ever.
Than kind of swings her as Than's swinging her aside. The Shadow Blade doesn't fully connect, but it glances her enough to send a
Oh,
bit
I
of
clicked level 2,
psychic
Well,
energy.
then.
but I cast it at level 3. Sorry.
Than fucked it up.
Another
again.
2d, another 2d8 psychic. Then.
That explains why it was so low.
All right, she just kind of coughs out blood everywhere, and you can see that she's hurting, even though there's no physical injury left on her. 19 hits, and she's barely hanging on. She's just got blood dripping from her eyes and mouth, and she just spits blood everywhere.
All right, and then let's see. I'm pretty certain I got 5 more feet.
Thomas.
Thank you for giving me a clear shot on her. I think I've got a clear shot. Oh no. No, I got a clear shot. So I'll try to finish off the shaman.
You finish her off. The firebolt just collects her. She sinks onto the ground. Alistair runs up to you, Norin, and he says, "Good job, good job!" And he's not going to jump on your back, but he's going to administer healing to you.
Thank you.
You deserved it. Those savages. It's about time we got some revenge on them. They've been pillaging and raiding the savage frontier for as long as I can remember.
I don't like this gnome.
You get 12 points of healing.
Jeez.
I heal way better than... I heal people when they're conscious, he says.
I hate you.
And now, can I, as he does that, can I tell him, move back, you fool?
No people can heal when
This,
conscious people.
look around you. There's nothing but dead horses and barbarians.
Famous last words.
Right.
Now you're up, Jarek.
Yeah. So I can see her right here, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'll shoot some love her way.
Hit. And the crackling beam slams into her. And that's a miss. She blocks the Eldritch Blast with her shield.
All right, then I'm going to use a bonus action to turn a 3rd level spell slot into sorcery points. That will give me 4. I'm done.
Fan.
I'll move the spiritual weapon towards me, and I will toll the dead on the warrior.
Alright, Heidi is going to cough some blood out, and she's looking kind of injured at this stage. And she just kind of chuckles a little bit and says in common, "You may kill me, but the Blue Bear tribe will live on. The great chief, she will learn of my death, and she will hunt you down."
No, well, you will
Why-
be dead. So
Did you mail her a letter?
I don't have control over a spiritual weapon, but just move it towards me as much as I can.
Okay. Rand.
I'll go ahead and just take the dash action. And run up beside her.
She coughs up some more blood and just says to you, "You are a disgrace to all of our kind. After everything the civilized folk has taken from us, you join them? You will die for this insolence." She tries to spear you. Actually, she's going to try and hit you with the shield first, Rand. And she misses. She tries to spear you. And that hits you for 7 piercing. And then she's going to try and whack you with her shield again. And you take 4 bludgeoning damage, and you need to make a strength save.
Alright.
You have advantage. Alright, she tries to like hit you in the leg and knock you away, like, or knock you down, and then to break away from you. But you don't budge. And she will just move over here. And the 2 cave bears come running over to give her aid. They were guarding the other entrance by the looks of it, the one that you guys first went through. And they take the dash action. They're remarkably quick. They wade through the river with no problem at all. And they clear 70 feet on their turn, running up to you, Rend, and flanking you. Hey, you.
Hayu doesn't know where to find safe harbor. I think she'll fly back in here. And,
It's pretty much safe out there. There's
Okay.
like Hayu doesn't see any threats.
All right, then in that case, she'll just come over to the entrance.
Okay.
Flying around in a panic.
Yeah.
It looks quite safe out there. There's only Heidi left and bears, and none of them have ranged attacks.
I don't want to kill the bears.
Alright.
Alright. I'm gonna be throwing a couple of javelins, just trying to decide if I want to throw at the bear or at idea. Well, she'll have 3/4 cover from, or half cover. Maybe. I'll just go for the bear.
Good call.
Alright, the javelin, it hits the bear. It was this one, right?
I can't see that one.
Oh,
He
okay.
pinged the lower one.
Alright, that hits. Javelin sticks into the bear's side. That hits. You hurl another javelin across this foggy hill. Sticks into the bear's side. Blood is getting matted all over the grass.
That's my turn.
Roderick.
Does the barbarian have cover where she is from me?
Yep, creatures give half cover. All creatures do.
I'll go for the bear then and put my hunter's mark on him. Move up a bit as well. And so the injured bear, some shots.
You sink an arrow into it and it starts to stagger. It starts to let out a deep growl. You quickly execute it, putting an arrow straight into its skull. Lily.
Alright, I'm gonna run up beside Rand. And I wanna just wail on her.
Hit. You
Dan, why did you get advantage?
throw the shadow blade towards her face, slapping her over the face with it, and she just really grits her teeth and just swears at you, Lily. You don't even use a real weapon.
Oh, missed on that
You
one.
try to hit her again, and she quickly ducks underneath the attack, and she's still holding up despite her
I bet it
grievous
felt real.
injuries. You can see that it's causing her intense pain. Thomas.
I'm ready to move a little further out. There's a lot of oh I was worried about that. Might have one of the horn. I'll say to the bears, "Hail, friends!" and then shoot a fireball.
At the bear.
No, the barbarian.
Alright, that hits her. She's still standing. It glances her. Alright, Illista moves up and kind of stands next to you, Jarek, looking around the side of the cave. Oh boy, this is exhilarating. Much better than being inside a giant's pouch. And he's just dodging for now. He's not really going to get more involved than that.
Okay. I will move up. Let's see, that's 10 feet. So he's. If I wanted to cast the Thunderstep and take Norn with me, it says creatures within 10 feet of the space you leave.
You'd hit Thomas.
Yeah. Back up one.
Yeah, but I'd still hit the other guy.
I can throw javelins as I run up. It's not a big deal.
All right. So that's 10, say 10 feet. There we go, 30. And I'll fire a couple off of her.
Hit. Alright, that beam smacks into her chest. More blood paints the ground. "17 is a narrow miss." She interposes her shield, ducking near Rand.
Okay. I will use 2 sorcery points and quicken the same thing, agonizing blast.
That hits. As that beam hits her, it kind of Rodriguez and Lily's hear the loudest crack as it hits her in the chest, and she spits more blood out. onto the ground, and in her final breath, she just says, like screams, and her voice echoes throughout the canyon. Your magic will destroy this world once more, you fools! And it will be the end of you all!
Die, drama queen, die.
She collapses onto the ground.
Bye.
So by the laws of beardom, this bear must swear fealty to us now.
The bear looks like it wants to bite Roderick in the it wants to bite Ren in the face. It wants to, yeah, the bear is aggressive.
Not happy.
It's not stopping attacking. You would need to do something about that if you want to try and stop it. That hits.
I'm gonna push it back 10 feet away from him real quick.
Alright, it slams into the bear's side. The bear just slides along this muddy grass.
And then I will be done.
Fan.
I will toll the dead on the bear.
How can you hurt that bear? Look at his face.
Yeah, look at the saliva and drool coming out of its mouth while it's trying to bite us.
He's just derpy.
The bear lets out another loud growl as its shaggy fur begins to fall out and its face becomes gaunt and pallid.
And then I will just move my spiritual weapon as much as it'll go towards the bear and end my turn.
Rend.
Alright. We'll walk up here and... Sorry, big fella. Great weapon master. Advanced reckless.
Shit.
Reckless.
Alright, that hits.
Lily.
And you just drive the great sword into the bear's mouth, giving it a quick death.
You get Than to heal it.
You
Or the dying.
We take a short
Just
rest.
for Lily.
Take a short rest, and then revive it. I can charm them for a
No.
minute.
Use of the diamonds that we've got.
Yeah, I'm not wasting any of that shit.
Alright, you finish off the cave bear and the last of the blue bear tribe. Bathguard
I said we-
barbarians.
I said we explore the cave they were guarding.
I want to. We only saw 4 dead horses, right?
Oh yeah.
We'll search their great room. We passed there before. They might have barbarian.
I want to exit before the rock gets here.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
Let's mount up. But we should check. We should check, though.
And
Don't you feel we should check the cave that the bears were guarding?
Certainly would like to, yeah. But
I think we'll be fine. Let's do it.
Just a quick check.
Yeah. Rock can't come into a cave.
Well,
Oh,
Probably
it
not.
definitely could. It just won't be able
You
to
can't.
fly.
We'll be fine.
have faith
Right.
in our
Yep.
dragon companion.
These are sized for giants, don't forget.
That's true.
20-foot tall stone giants. And some of the caves
Most
are
rocks
like
can't
100,
be
120 feet high. Roderick lends his expertise of stonework.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, it appears that the barbarians have slaughtered your horses out of spite.
Did this girl have anything on her?
Hydia, she has some very Spartan-looking armor, which is set with what looks like bear claws and small bones. It would be the equivalent of studded leather armor. She has a wooden shield with an animal hide stretched over it, and a spear that has a tip that kind of looks like a bear's claw. And she's got like a fur cowl over her shoulders.
Could I take the studded with me?
Yeah, you can take her armor off. It kind of reeks. It's covered in blood. It'll take you a couple of minutes to take off.
There's a river. Wash it up.
Willie just starts doing laundry.
Okay.
While you're at it,
Subtle leather.
can you make
scarf.
some dinner? It's pretty
Alright.
sexist as well.
So you guys are heading over to this cave.
Just a quick look-see.
Do you
I don't
want
know
to
about this.
gather your
Like,
party before moving forward? Someone says. A question mark appears in the air. Gather your party before moving forward.
Alright, let me.
That's
go
like that's in a video game, isn't it? Somewhere.
there. I was kind of hoping we could find our other horses, but.
Alright,
are they dead in
this
here?
this cave
people.
descends. It's just set into this grassy hill and it slopes downwards into the mountainside. Just carved straight into the
Yeah, I don't-
mountainside.
How far do we want to go?
This far.
10 feet in, and 10
I'd be
feet
more
more.
in favor of trying to get out before the rock comes back if there's a chance of that than exploring this, but only slightly feel that way. It's up to you guys.
We have no mounts, so we're on foot, right? Is that correct?
Seems like it.
Norin
And if we
wanted to try and find the others because you had 7 and there were only 4
There
that
are
were
only
dead.
4 dead horses.
Right, the
Even
tunnel,
if we only had 3, it would help.
the tunnel here is about 20 feet wide, 30 feet high. It's kind of arched. It's huge, and it sounds very hollow. There's a slight bit of warmth. It's a little bit warmer in the cave than it is out here with the fog and the cold wind. It's inviting. Up ahead, there is a ledge. The ledge is a 10-foot climb, but you can see there are basically steps carved into the ledge, making them very easy to climb. There are an abundance of handholds. You wouldn't have any trouble getting up here.
About time they learnt to make staircases.
Around the corner, you see the orange dancing hue of a torch sconce set into the wall. There's another ledge. It's basically sloped. It's 10 feet high, and Alistair just kind of says he's basically following Norin. Why are we going back in?
Yeah, I'm not seeing any.
Curiosity.
I have no idea. I am just following the rest of them.
Have you not heard the saying? Curiosity dismantled the clockwork cat.
Yeah.
Well, we're not clockwork cats, are we?
Dissatisfaction brought it back.
So what are we seeing here? How much of a drop?
It's a climb. It's 10 feet. And you can see some sconces, some large torches creating an orange hue. Flames dance on the walls, and you can start to see some patterns, some engravings in the walls. They look like mazes, whorls, swirling patterns. There are numerous stalactites hanging from the ceiling as well. And this looks like some sort of camp. You can see a few like bedrolls and stuff, kind of just.
What size? Like human size?
Yeah.
Like barbarian size?
Yeah, this must be one of their camps. The the smell here, actually, it really reeks like beer, like strong beer. It smells like you just walked into a pub.
Well, I walk in.
Well,
You can climb up easily. You can see a tunnel leading off to the north, and you can see several bedrolls scattered across the ground. They look very primitive.
what do you guys think? Continue or bail?
I can
Okay,
smell
I'll-
beer, so I could use a drink.
Need a drink.
You could make a
I see
perception
that-
check,
oh,
Roderick, to
right.
try and follow the smell.
Yeah.
I think most of us want to leave, Roderick, so we might have to get a beer elsewhere. Yeah, the votes are coming through. Big
I'll only
time.
be a minute.
We're leaving. We are leaving. All right, bail.
Goodbye, Roderick. It was lovely to meet you.
Oh, fine then.
So I was
If we didn't
thinking,
have-
Norin, we
if
could
we
get
didn't
some
have the
sort of
rock.
backpack to carry me in.
How good is the beer? What's the quality of this
Alright.
beer?
Barbarian.
You
What do you
can.
think?
It's strong. It's to you, Roderick. It's appetizing, and it's coming from this direction. You can vaguely see a massive barrel against the eastern wall of the cave.
Oh, just a quick drink.
Jeez.
You've got a problem, Roderick.
I'll grapple Roderick.
There are meetings
Put him
for
on my
this.
shoulder,
There are
carry him out.
meetings for this, Roderick.
It's intervention.
It's just one drink.
All right, as
We can have many back in
we'll,
the city.
we'll go and forth. If you're splitting up a little bit, we'll go forth between two groups. All right, Roderick.
No,
let's start with you.
Oh, I thought
Roderick
everybody was walking back.
We are. My map is frozen, but
Roderick
I'm walking
is
out with the
going.
rest.
Oh yeah, well you can move with them.
No,
Ooh,
I got to reload my my screen.
Sure, but what I'm saying
I'll
is,
try to stop Roderick as
Well,
best I can, though.
you have to work with him. If he doesn't want to go, then you can't stop him.
I want to grapple him and carry him out.
Well, that's up to him if he lets you do that or not. But he seems interested in that.
I mean, you can try. You'll probably succeed.
Alright, if you want to let him,
Not
then
gonna be
that's up to
overly
you.
violent.
You don't have to make an ability check. You just decide what happens. You have the agency of your own character. Do
Okay.
you let him grab you and take you away, or
Yeah, sure.
okay? He drags you back, then jumps back up with you, or jumps back down with you. For a brief moment, you did see what looked like a 10-foot diameter barrel standing against the wall.
It was just your imagination.
There is a
Don't
mug
listen. Don't listen.
that basically was the size of a barrel set into a niche above it. Anyway, you guys head back out and you arrive back at the exit of this cave. There is a narrow ravine. Well, actually not narrow, a very wide ravine. And let's see what's everyone's. Does anyone have a passive perception of 20 or higher?
I think I do, but I have to check. I'm still loading.
Yeah, you do, Than.
Just
Alright,
18.
Than, you hear something, it's like a whimpering, like... And it's coming from this cave mouth.
Which cave mouth?
This one.
There's some whimpering to the southeast, guys. Should investigate. I'll go investigate. Something's in trouble.
Like animal?
Alright, there's a cave
I think so.
tucked under a grassy bulge in the mountainside. As you peer in, Rend, and everyone else who's there, you notice, kind of coming close to the exit of the cave, is dynamic lighting that I can't move. There is a cub. A bear cub. Whimpering.
Oh, great.
Awesome.
I think we just killed the parents.
It wouldn't be the first
Well,
time.
Roderick, would you like a pet bear?
Does anyone want to speak with animals and hear it say, Mama! Mama!
No.
Yeah, I'll start ritually casting Speak with Animals. I mean,
Roll the
Norin can
Warcraft
probably
style.
just talk to it.
Well,
This is another-
I can't understand what they're saying, so
Right, it's
I can
No.
speak to it, but it can't speak to me.
a little whimpering cub. Alright, so you guys want to wait for Roderick to speak with animals?
Not really.
I'll just try an animal handling instead. Just try to
Alright,
get
buddy.
it to come with us or something.
You're trying to what? Oh, you feel like you need to give it food, Roderick.
Oh yeah.
You feel like it's with your animal handling, it's only a cub. It wouldn't really attack you, and if you feed it, you think it'll probably follow you around.
Yeah. I don't think I'm carrying any meat, but could go fetch some horse.
Yeah, there's
Some bear meat?
some nice barbarian meat around.
Oh yeah.
Maybe some
Give it the
ration.
taste. Give it the taste of human early.
You could give it some
Does
rations.
it look like?
Okay.
Does it look like Does it look like it could be possibly the offspring of the bears we just killed? Does it have the right?
Nah, not a chance.
100%.
100%.
It's a cub, and you killed 2 fully grown bears.
Hey, Ren, can you like chuck those ones in the river or something? Hide the bodies.
Maybe we should just kill it. Set of
I
mercy.
mean,
Of course, it's not very deep, so they just kind of have water going over.
You could just
no, just be
weaken a
sweet.
Bernie style the parents and
Well, survival of the fittest. If it survives, it survives. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Let's get out of here.
We get a Bernie's the bear. Says, hello, son.
How fast does a bear cub move?
they're
Stick it in the rock nest.
quick enough to keep up.
Definitely quick enough.
Put it in the rock nest.
I'm interested in trying to see how long we can keep it alive. I mean, things that we carry around with us don't tend to last that long anyway, so it's not
say
that
that.
much of a commitment.
You say
You're
that while
nothing but
looking at the
trouble,
gnome.
Roderick. Just walk away, and if it follows you, it's fate. If it doesn't, it's not. Just do
Love
it.
something free.
See what happens. If it's attached to you, and if it has a bond, then allow it.
Right.
So, Alistair says, what was this about things that follow you around that happen to die?
Nothing. Animals.
Just-
Like I said, we'll try to get you to your shop. The road we travel is very, very dangerous. So, so far, so good.
Where are you going next?
We're heading out of here because there's a huge rock that's coming back.
Yes, we're going to Loudwater, so I
Speaking
can
of
collect
which,
your reward.
Can I scan the horizons at all to see if I can see any sign of rock or any?
Yeah, you can
thing
make a
approaching?
perception check at disadvantage. It's very foggy, slightly obscured. Can't see too far. You would notice the silhouette of a large bird, though. And it looks clear. The dragon must be doing a good job of distracting it. I mean, you've only been in the cave for the better part of an hour or 2.
Our dragon friend has proven worthy.
Norin, didn't you say something about horses? Surely we're not going to walk all the way to Loudwater.
Well, I did say something about horses, but it seems our companions are intent on walking, so we will do
What
that.
about teleportation? I heard teleportation.
That's unavailable
we're
right
all
now.
tired right now.
Yeah.
Wait,
Wait, but if you're tired, wouldn't it make more sense to get the horses? So we don't have to
Yeah.
walk? We can use the horses' legs.
But we had 7 horses, 4 had died. There's only 3 left. That doesn't really help us that much. Our numbers are greater than what the horses can carry.
Probably did,
So I don't see how that's benefiting us.
I can ride Norin.
Okay, that's great. That's 1 horse. Look at the size of Rend.
What about this
Wait.
dragon? You're friends with a dragon.
Yes.
Hold on, was riding Norn always an option?
no,
If you're a halfling,
Or
or
not.
what is he? A gnome?
A gnome.
Yeah.
Rock
he's a
gnome.
gnome.
We're not rock gnome.
Okay, you guys set off on foot. And you're pulling out your map and you're taking a look at the journey ahead.
Norn makes a note, 3 horses, and circles it.
It's 100 miles to Allbar. It's 150 miles to Loudwater. The quickest option is to teleport, to make camp somewhere and teleport. The next day.
Let's do that. Let's make camp.
Wait, isn't teleportation circle a ritual?
No. At least
Oh.
I don't think it is.
Okay.
It should be, but if anything, should be, but it's not.
Okay, well,
If you'd like to make it one, I'm on board.
you'll need to,
It's up to you, Seb.
you'll need, you can hear the rock in the distance. Wow! You'll need
Yeah, let's fucking
Makes
get
a
out of here.
difference.
You'll need to make a plan. Do you want to just go into the mountainside here in the Grey Peak Mountains and make camp? Do you want to?
Yeah, I say make it
Well,
somewhere.
we traveled
then-
in here, did we not? On horseback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
You-
know the road out of here, and
But like it's
It did take a few days.
it's
though.
gonna take 5 days of walking to get
yeah,
to
no,
Loudwater.
just to get to a safe distance into a safe camp.
There's no road or anything. This is
Okay.
just rugged terrain. It's foothills where you're at. I mean, you would probably, like, those of you that are good at survival would be thinking of just trying to find a nice enclosed area and camp for the
If
night.
my wanderer skill helps at all, I'll try to recall a good area or a safe area and try to find an area for us.
You feel like the way down is not a safe area because that's the way that the stone giants traverse. So you feel like maybe going like west, just like off the beaten track, would be a good idea. And you've got like the better part of a day. You could march for a day and you could clear maybe 10-15 miles and kind of just find a nice uninhabited... this place it's never seen like human footprints before until you guys have come here, or at least it hasn't for the longest of time. But apart from these recluse barbarians who were thought to actually be basically dead, like they're extinct, their tribe, the Blue Bear tribe.
I think we may have left them that way.
I feel like if we find an area that maybe doesn't look used, like you said, if there's not too many people that travel out here, so we can find, but one that definitely has a lot of cover overhead.
Oh yeah. All right. So you guys can do that easily. You just spend the day kind of climbing, and there are just natural rock formations. A lot of them are kind of sloped, gargantuan shelves of stone, and some of them create lips over other areas. And you march until nighttime, and there's no. All right. There's something that you notice. Although you feel like this place has never seen civilized folks' footprints for the longest time, you do see what looks like something that will require a history check to make sense of.
Is it related to the terrain?
You'll have advantage, Roderick. In fact, you
Is
pretty
this
much...
everybody or just him?
Anyone, everyone. Anyone who sees it, which is everyone.
If it is within the Natural Explorer, it would be... I don't know.
This is more because of because you're a dwarf.
Yeah. So then it'd be +8 to that.
+8.
Roger's not surprised by that at all. He's like, yeah, of course it is.
Considered double proficiency.
Okay. Alright. So,
Oh god, really? You're gonna link it again?
you guys actually,
It's important.
let me just check
All
the
fail.
actual,
Suck.
the actual name
mine would be
of
17
this place.
As well.
The
How about a little gnome friend?
Blackford.
I don't see him recalling anything.
Yeah, he could probably recall something too, but you guys already figure out what this is. So you guys find what looks like some old mines. They are just the beginnings of mines that have been caved in. Some very vague looking remnants of an ancient time when
Cool.
this area was being mined. And I don't know how you always know this stuff, Rend. I guess you're a good listener. But you're the only one that has an inkling as to how these mines got here. They're of Netherese origin, which are a people that existed a very long time ago that have basically been wiped out, known as the Neth, an ethnic group of dark-haired, fair-skinned humans. They resided in ancient magocratic nation of Netherall, and there's evidence of their existence scattered all over the north. As far down as like the Serpent Hills, and as far north as the area around Lead Snows, Citadel Felbar, and Silver Marches. They apparently there are still some descendants, some pure blood Netherese that still exist, but it's been over 1,000 years of the fall of this empire, and they are they're the ones that are said to have known sacred knowledge of powerful magic. They have these scrolls called the Nether Scrolls, which is basically the beginnings of the existence of magic in Faerun. But the Nether Scrolls. Some people say it's in myth. Some people say that they never existed. Some people say that there are some powerful figures in Faerun that still are in possession of the Nether Scrolls. Anyway, these are nothing but abandoned mines now, and it's an interesting piece of historical information, if anything. So, you guys find some nice shelves of rock, which basically create like a ceiling for you all, and yeah, there's no real like hazards around here. So we can all take a long rest, camp for the night, wake up the next morning.
All right.
Can we identify some items during our...
Of course.
And I'll spend a little time scribing as well.
Yeah, you've got about 8 hours, Lily, to scribe.
Okay, thank you.
You're just like made a campfire, and yeah, you're just sitting around sharing some stories. Did anyone want to share any stories? Anything about their backstory or something like that? Anything their character wanted to talk about, or perhaps their thoughts moving forward with the happenings of the giants?
I don't know if anybody can tell this, but Lily misses the city badly and hates all this. She was not an outdoorsy elf.
Opposite elf.
Is she a
Why
high
are you
elf?
guys doing that long rest button?
You need to have your token selected. You can drag your token onto the map. I'll put all your tokens in the bottom left-hand corner of the map so you can access it too. I'll do that now. Alright, you can identify all the magic items as well. There's the club, there's the rune. And I think that's everything that needs to be identified.
No, there was also that crazy potion from the Rock's Nest that I grabbed out of the chest.
Okay. Now I'll put all your tokens on this map in the bottom left-hand corner, like down where all this stuff is, just so you can use the long rest button if you need it. See the party composition. I won't bother putting any horses on there though, because it's best not to get attached to horses.
Yeah.
You don't even learn.
I found a solution to that.
You don't even learn horses' names.
Cheers.
Summoning a horse.
Okay, so, alright. The first thing is the Adamantine Great Club. Alright. It has no bonus to attack or damage rolls. It is made of adamantine, so it's very effective against attacking objects because it's a very hard substance. But if you attune to it, it will enlarge or reduce to be an appropriate size. Good for someone who wants to go bam bam.
I feel like that's a good Roderick weapon.
I'm not sure if I'm strong enough to carry it with my other things.
Well, if you attune to it, it shrinks down.
It shrinks. It says
Yeah,
appropriate
but I've
size for that
got
creature.
3.5 ounces spare.
Jesus.
Okay.
Maybe you
I'm
should
like-
unburden yourself a little bit.
I'm not strong, and I'm wearing the plate armor. I'm like fully loaded.
No wonder you can't climb for shit.
Now you know.
Alright, well, who wants it?
I think just...
Yeah,
I can't shillelagh with that anyway.
A great club is a.
We'll give it to the gnome. Get him
Yeah, it
to
should
use
be
it.
simple.
That'll be funny.
I'll take it, sure. If it's going to shrink down to fit
Unload.
me.
I don't...
Why do you seem so hesitant to give me a magic item? Do you have a history of giving magic items to your
No, we
companions?
don't. And no, we don't. That's... No. It's probably worth quite a bit of gold. At the very least.
Oh. I'm worth quite a bit of gold.
So we can ransom you
That's
back?
yet to be seen. I have not seen... You shied away in battle, I noticed. So maybe
Hey, I never said I'm a fighter, I said I'm a fixer.
That's fine, so there's no reason for you to have a great...
I could fix things with it. Things that need to be broken.
great club.
That reminds me. I'm gonna pull out pieces of the clockwork dog out of my backpack.
Oh,
Oh, give me a look at
Take the
that.
club away first, otherwise he's gonna try fixing with that.
Alright, he takes your clockwork dog and he fixes it within an hour. Easy, without any tools.
shit.
Awesome.
No problem repairing that at all.
Well played, Rand. Well played.
See? I'm not lying, I'm very handy. Get me a set of tools and you'll be surprised what I can create.
Oh, it's not actual attunement, right? So I mean, I can just attune to it so it'll shrink down so we can carry it easier.
You will need to attune to it to shrink it down, but it's not an attunement item. So you could like attune to it, shrink it down, then unattune to it, basically.
Yeah, and then reattune to whatever I attune to.
Yeah, you could do that overnight if you want.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, you shrink it down to make it easy to
So we
carry.
can carry it around, yeah.
Alright, well, someone needs to hold on to it, so
I'll hold on to it.
it'll be okay.
That's
Alright.
good. That's good to use for when you want to crit like some, I don't know, like a rock or
A chair or
something.
something.
Or a chest
Yeah.
or a
Or
door.
door.
When you want to crit a door.
You
Exactly.
never know.
No, yeah, if you need to break through a door or something quickly, then bam, there's your option. Okay.
Well, I guess that's the weapon for us then. We're always going.
Well, you can just swing me at it, because I'm wearing the adamantine plate armor.
That's true. We can just throw at Roderick at doors.
Alright, the next item is this strange bottle. It's not a potion, it's an Efreeti bottle.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Oh wow.
You can use your action to remove the stopper, and a cloud of thick smoke will flow out of the bottle. And at the end of your turn, the smoke will disappear with a flash of harmless fire, and an Efreeti appears in an unoccupied space within 30 feet of you, which is a genie of the fire element. And it's a random effect. He may attack you for 30 seconds. He could serve you for an hour, doing as you command. Or he could cast a wish spell 3 times for you.
Oh shit!
You probably can't just go, I wish the ordning was fixed.
I mean, you
Campaign
could.
The thing is,
it would have unintended consequences. For
Yeah.
sure.
It would maybe bring you closer to fixing the ordning. It might put you...
I swear it was already fixed.
I mean, we could like wish to be, back at the Eye of the Allfather, and then wish to be where,
Well,
Well,
there's
we're-
only a 10% chance of getting that to happen.
You never know.
There's also a 10%
Maybe
chance
just-
of it turning on you and attacking you.
true.
And then there's just a great chance that it'll like serve you for 24 hours, and then he'll do that for the next 2 times. And then if you open it a 4th time, he'll just escape. He'll be free. You're like, you'll never have a friend like him. Let's just put it that way.
Maybe we should put that in the back pocket for now.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
use it in a more desperate time.
Put it in the middle of a town, attach a string to the lid, and open it in the middle of a town. Alright, who's taking that?
Take the phone up.
how much does it weigh?
I found it. I'll take it.
It weighs 1 pound. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter who carries it because it's like I guess it would be like a party decision to open it.
Yeah. Cool.
Alright, well, Dan, do you want to take it, or Thomas, or do you
Yep,
guys want to
I'll
roll
take
for it?
I'll roll for it. That's fine. I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
You
If
get
you
proficiency
roll a
dice,
roll a
I can roll
D100.
Look at that fucking
It's
I like the
higher.
idea.
roll.
Obviously higher gets it, so Thomas can hold on to it.
All right.
Alright, and then
I like the idea of an item that some people will fight over and other people actively don't.
yeah, some people just don't want it. It's like
Oh, it's kind of like a oh shit, maybe this will help us situation, right?
Now for the big thing.
when everyone's almost dead, pull it open and
TPK.
And
it
out
attacks
comes an
everyone.
angry Efreet.
Alright, it's a good item, nevertheless. Alright, and then finally you've got the next rune. The 5th one needed to appease Anim the Allfather. The Orb of the Stein Rune, or Stone Rune.
That's just a rock.
Very
It's not
plain
just a
looking.
rock, it's granite.
Nothing. Oh.
So it has a few things. Indomitable Stand. As an action, you can channel the orb's magic to hold your ground. For the next minute, or until you move any distance, you have advantage on all checks and saving throws to resist effects that force you to move. In addition, any enemy that moves to a space within 10 feet of you has to make a strength save, and they'll be unable to move as well. You can pin people down. Stone Soul, you can't be petrified. If you don't have Greater Restoration, petrified can be a temporary death sentence. Earthen Step, you can meld into stone as a bonus action. You can do that every short or long rest. Gift of Stone, you can transfer the item into a non-magical, or the rune, sorry, into a non-magical item, which you can do with all the runes. This one is a shield or a pair of boots, and if you do it into the shield becomes a rare magic item that requires attunement, and while you wield it, you have resistance to all damage dealt by ranged weapon attacks. Or, if you do boots, it's an uncommon magic item, it gives you advantage on strength saves, and you can use your reaction to avoid being knocked prone.
Advantage on all strength saves?
Yeah, if
To
you,
avoid.
yeah, it
Wow.
gives you like stone boots, basically.
Yeah.
Well, it's not all strength saving throws. It's just all strength saving. Oh, actually,
On strength
I
saving
wanted to use your
throws.
reaction to prevent being. Yeah.
Yeah,
so it's
and
just-
on top of that, if something knocks you prone, you can use your reaction and not get knocked prone.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Good thing the giants don't have that, Rend. Actually, maybe Norrin should get it just in case Ren turns on him.
Well, you'd have to put it onto your boots to do that, right? You'd ruin the orb by
Oh, you still have the rune, you just transfer the rune. The
Yeah.
rune then appears on the boots.
Oh, I see.
But then, yeah, the
Yeah,
orb
changes the
itself
effect.
becomes just a rock, basically.
But
yeah,
would we be able to use the orb for questions after?
It's-
Just throw a dirty boot into
it-
the circle.
it's the,
You
it's
use
the
the
rune
potion
that
for
you
it.
need, not the rune holds the magic. The rune was just embossed into the orb, like all the other runes. The rune can be transferred. The rune remains the rune no matter what. Whether it's in boots or a shield or in the orb. The rune has the power. Alright, so next morning, where do you guys want to go?
Nobody wants this orb to attune to?
Oh yeah, probably should sort that out first.
Yeah.
Who wants the orb?
I just began ritually casting everything.
What's the
Your morning rituals?
That's right.
Now you're doing a phantom steed?
Yeah, just because I got it. I mean, he's probably not gonna stick around.
Okay.
Anybody for this orb? Anyone at all?
Who's got the least
Um,
amount of attunements? Roderick?
Yeah, I've got one attunement, I think. Actually,
Well-
my lions. So two probably.
Because when I'm raging, I've already got advantage on saving throws.
Yeah.
Now the that whole 10 feet thing, that's actually kind of nice. But
What's Ren to tune to? Because like the shield for him would be pretty good as well, having resistance. Do that.
Rend is
He's
I
got
mean, Norrin,
he's got
The other
oh
one.
Norn.
the other
the
one.
other big fella.
Categorizing them.
I mean, I can't see up that high anyway. I'm just judging them by their boots.
Norin's got the gavel, ring of lightning, and gloves of throwing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Ring of
like
lightning.
meld into stone and stuff.
Weld into stone every
Yeah,
short
I'll
rest
take it
is
then.
a good oh shit.
I mean, you could meld into giant stalactites and wait for people to destroy the stalactite and fill them full of shrapnel.
You can become one with the stone, Roderick. I mean, come on.
Okay, it's going to Roderick then if that's decided.
It's like
Can I meld-
it's like an
can I
erotic
meld
item
into
for
the
you.
orb as
Yeah.
well?
I mean, yeah, it's literally.
Roderick puts it
Still
down
uses
his
it as a ball
pants,
gag.
and now he's got 3 orbs there.
it.
3 orb-shaped
Just put
bulges.
that in my pouch.
Add a strap to it. You can use it as a ball gag.
Okay, so next morning, you know that there's some rumblings in the north now, and it's not just the giants. Everlong's being spooked, although they wouldn't classify what exactly is going to happen. You feel like the threats have somewhat increased to the safety of the north. Maybe perhaps the survival of the north. You know that there are multiple giant lords. Some of them have greater plans than others, while some just want to eat all the time. Others are supposedly working on freeing the Tarask. So, where do you guys want to teleport to?
So this gnome wants to go to Loudwater, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say let's do that. Let's go to Loudwater, get whatever reward he's offering, and then we can use the teleportation circle in the bar to get up to Mirabar. And then from there we can choose to either trek to the Eye of the Allfather or go to Cloth and Vale, grab the airship, and fly to the Eye.
Can I make a
So-
suggestion?
Use the conch.
The plan is good, but it would be smart to message the Dragon Cultists and have them meet you at Mirabar.
That's easy.
Yeah, it would be it would take you guys like a 10-day to trek up to Cloth and Vale from Mirabar, but the airship can get to Mirabar in a day.
Okay, yeah, that's a much better plan.
Lily likes the plan. She's going to telepathically tell the group, this is good and all, but we're going to have to put the little guy back in the sack. It's a secret Harper teleportation circle we're teleporting into.
Yeah, true.
We could just put a sack over his face.
I'm
If he's
is
being
he-
carried, I don't think he'll care.
Is he staying with us or is he staying in Loudwater?
Yeah.
Wasn't it in Loudwater?
Yeah, we'll be taking him with us for a bit at least. So
The fact that we're using that circle is, I don't think that's the secret.
The
I
Harper
think the secret.
teleportation network is their secrets.
yeah,
The Harpers are very secretive as a whole. They're
Oh, I
spies.
see. Well, then he's gonna have to. We'll just blindfold him and put a sack over his face, and we'll just explain to him that he is not privy to what's happening here, and then when we get him out, we'll unsack him.
All right, we'll
Double bag him?
We'll take a 10 we'll take a 10-minute break now, and when we get back, we'll go ahead from there. I'll just presume that you've done the teleportation circle and that you've just arrived at Loudwater once more.
Alright, I'm going to mark the spell off.
We're resending a message to the ship as well.
Yeah, I can presume you do that as well. You'll need to stick around in Mirabar for 1 day, and then
Okay.
you can do the sending as well. I'll see you guys in 10.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, the Harpers already consider us apparently low level in their organization. I'm sure they wouldn't like it if we start randomly giving their...
Yeah, why would they trust us with more secrets if we can't keep?
I like that I now have, like, my ritual involves in the morning getting up, not just like brushing my teeth, but also casting multiple. That's a pretty nifty looking dog.
Better than a Chihuahua. But he's still tiny. So, okay. Got my chin. That's awesome. Just can't let him get killed.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't get hit.
he's good for setting off traps.
That's true. Have to keep the gnome with us to keep fixing him. Wait, do I have the key to wind him?
Yeah. It's like not a keys in a key sense, but you know.
Well, the little winder thing.
Yeah. It's in there. Cool. Clockwork invention. Okay, so let's continue. There is a map of Loudwater, but it's not a very good one. It's the best one I could find. We'll go over to that. Okay, so the next morning when you guys make your preparations, Than sends a message to the dragon cultists, tells them to bring the airship around to Mirabar, in which they respond, no problem, it's only a stone throw away. They shouldn't be attacked, crash and destroy the airship, they say, very specifically. Alright, Loudwater. So with Zelbros, Orwar, and Lork in ruins, Loudwater is the last bastion of civilization in the Dalimba Vale, east of Sucumba. As you guys know, last time you were here, if the town was worried, they don't show it. It's a welcome respite for weary caravan and riverboat drivers, not to mention adventurers. It lies on both sides of the Dalimba River, two halves linked by an arching stone overpass, and this is like the flying fish dock. You remember the tavern keep telling you that he finds entertainment with telling tourists to go and stand on the dock and flying fish come and smack him in the face. I use the Loudwater teleportation circle. And let me go over to that as well. Harper Teleportation Network. Alright, so before you've arrived, you do have Alistair with you, and you're making camp the next morning, and he looks a bit kind of disgruntled, actually. He's not his usual cheery self. I can't believe we have to walk all the way back to Loudwater. If only there was a way to teleport, like you mentioned on the previous day.
So, there is good news and there is bad news. Good news is, we're probably going to teleport to Loudwater.
Oh, excellent! Sweet, let's go!
Bad news is you need to be, well, you need to have your head in the sack.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god! I knew it! I knew it! I survived by eating bacon for 2 days in a stone giant's sack, only to be rescued by a bunch of murderers. You're going to put a sack over my head and break all my fingers, aren't you? I've heard this, I've read this before in a novel.
If we wanted you broken, you'd be broken, my little friend. It's simply to shield your eyes from certain information that you're not entitled to.
Oh! Are you guys like some sort of secret organization.
Yep, the San Francisco.
The less you
Cab.
know, the better.
Oh, this is so
You should
exciting.
stop asking questions about it.
Oh, yes, of course. Very well. Go on then. Gag me, tie me up, put a sack over my head. Do what you need to do. I'm ready.
It's a very secret group called the San Francisco 49ers.
That sounds amazing. Alright, you guys put a bag over his head. And Lily does the teleportation circle. Alright, so you do know that you're going to be in a tavern, Lily, so I'm not sure if you want to have your steed come with you.
Oh, I wasn't bringing it.
Okay.
I was going to let it run free.
It would be
Let it
very
slide.
suspicious for a horse to just come out of one of these small
Summon
little...
it just to let it free.
That's right.
How we roll with mounts.
Okay, alright. You guys use the teleportation circle, and as you know, you arrive in a 30-foot square cellar under the Smiling Satyr. And you do know that Revel Slombar, the Chondathan human mage, will be there. This heavy-set young man who kind of gave you a bit of a rundown about Loudwater and suggested that you steal horses. Alright, when you do arrive, he's not even there. He's absent. So you guys are just left to head up these stairs that go to a secret door that opens inside a large wooden trunk that's bolted to the floor above. And you climb out to find yourselves in a curtained cloakroom near the tap room. So Nora and you're just like hoisting Alistair up. And the sympathizer, Harper sympathizer, Garwin Umbral, who you would have met, he is the tavern owner. He gives you guys a bit of a wink when you emerge. He keeps things under wraps. He does his best to cover for Revel, and he actually comes up to you guys, and as you're heading out, it's actually quite empty at this time. You're very early in the morning. There's not a single soul in the tap room yet. It's like first thing in the morning. And Garwin, the proprietor, he is a male human. He's very friendly. And he smiles at you guys, and he actually has these like gaudy looking boots that kind of look like a satyr's cloven hooves, furry legs and hooves. Oh, it's you. The Harpers, he says, he whispers. And Alistair is in earshot of that. Oh, I hope I didn't say something too much. You have a prisoner with you?
You have said too much, and he's not our prisoner.
Oh, forgive me. Revel, he's out at the moment. He has some very important duties to take care of. He asked me to cover for him in his absence. Sorry. You won't tell the higher-ups about this, will you?
I think we'll let it slide for now. No harm done.
Oh, great. He may be a slob, but he's good-hearted in nature. He always means well. Well, you can use the tap room for up to 3 hours if you need it, if you have to hold a meeting. If not, well, you're free to exit. If there's anything else I can help you with, I'm no one of you guys. I'm not one of you guys, you know, that name that I mentioned earlier, but I'll do anything I can to help you at least. Alistair
keep that in mind.
just says, "Oh, I wonder where I am. I could be anywhere. Surely I'm not in Garwin Umbral's Smiling Satyr Tavern, the most renowned tavern in all of Loudwater." Sounds like he recognizes the proprietor's voice.
This is
Let's
splendidly
just
well.
leave. Let's
All right, are you guys like keeping him hooded? There are a lot of guards in town, and
He already knows. Let's just take the
Yeah.
hood off.
cordoning someone through town with a hood over their head would arouse suspicion, of course. All right, are you guys in agreement to take the hood off?
Sure. It seems like he knows.
Yeah,
anyway.
he's figured it out. We're gonna have
He
to have a
already
little
knows.
chat with him.
You're gonna have
Throw
to
him in
kill
the
him.
river.
He's traveling with us until he dies.
All right, when you pull off the hood, he just says, "Oh, thank you. I felt like I was back in a stone giant's bag."
You can trust us. We are your friends.
Hey. And you can trust me too. I didn't hear anything.
Inside check.
Sure.
Is he trustworthy?
Well, if he's going to lie for us, who knows if he's going to lie?
Yeah, you believe him. You don't think that he would dob on you guys, tell anyone that you're harpers. He seems to really want to actually join you guys.
Should we go to your workshop then?
Yes, of course. It's actually right next door. He's literally my neighbor.
That is convenient, I suppose.
Oh yes, I drink here all the time. I was always wondered what
Speaking of
that
drinks.
room was, and he points to the curtained off room. I always heard it's a VIP room. I've never seen anyone go in there. Only people come out.
Not very well hidden, is it?
All right.
Alistair. Wait. I want to ask you, Alistair. Do you know anything about airships? Like, could you make one like?
Do I know
small
anything
so it-
about airships? Oh, I dream of airships. Oh yes, I actually have a great cousin up in Icewind Dale. I think he's still alive. I haven't seen him for quite a few years. Oswald Fiddlebender, his name is. He had an airship. It's marvelous.
I wouldn't hold out hope. Let's go.
Wait. Why are you asking me if I can work on airships?
So we got one, but it like crashed.
What? He like screams that out like so loud. What? He has to cover his own mouth. You have an airship?
I mean, you fixed my dog in like no time.
Oh my goodness! And he starts trembling. I can't believe it. You have an airship. And you want me to work on it? I would be honored. It's a clockwork invention. I can work on an airship. Oh, marvelous. I'll just get TikTok. I'll get you your special mechanical clock reward, and I'd be honored to work on an airship. Oh, this is the greatest day. Praise to God, you have truly blessed me.
Lily will telepathically tell the group, "Don't bring this dude along. He's just gonna die."
No,
He's better than the dragon.
He's
cultist.
way too excited not to bring along. And he might be handy for the ship.
He's
I
got
hate
third
that ship,
level
by the way.
spells, so he's not like
Yeah,
as vulnerable as some.
he's not completely helpless.
I mean, he's not a horse.
I put equal odds on falling to death or somehow breaking the ship and crashing us all.
Do that on her own.
Yeah.
Right, well,
hard to say.
maybe you might change your mind when you see his workshop. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, maybe.
Right? Lead the way.
He's got a mechanical companion too. I'm excited to see what that is.
Okay. He takes you next door, and
Got a Bonodot in there.
you see he's got a pet Bonodot. All right, now you visit his shop, which is next door, and inside it proudly shows the symbol of Gond on the lintel above the door, which is like a cog, and inside he's got a full workshop with all sorts of mechanical contraptions, most of them that you guys cannot identify, and there's like all sorts of bells and whistles and whirring sounds all around you. And as he like He knocks on the door. The door just kind of mechanically opens. He steps forward, and these like claws come out of the walls and like pick him up and put him over near this workshop. All these like lights and stuff come through the ceiling, and everything's like fully automated. There's like a kitchen which is cooking its own food, and there's like magical lights that illuminate all of these wondrous inventions. And he says TikTok, and a suit of animated armor, which is size for a gnome, comes over. It was just kind of set up in an alcove on the wall. It's not a very big shop. It's very cluttered. But yeah, it's a suit of animated armor. Like most suits of animated armor are full plate. This one's chainmail, and its name is TikTok. And it, yeah.
I think I would have gone with Clink Clank, but TikTok is fine.
The sections of armor where obviously it's chainmail, where plate would be, is just like very easy to move chainmail links. So it actually seems to be quite flexible. But it's TikTok, and it joins him. It seems to obey his verbal commands. And TikTok, get them the clock. And as he gives you this clock, it does have the symbol of the god of inventors, Gond, emblazoned on it. It's just a small clockwork contraption. It contains a tiny bell that rings at the top of each hour, can be heard out to a range of 60 feet. It rings at high sun, and then it has to be wound or it stops working, so it's currently not working. Winding the clock does require a tiny key, which Alistair gives to you guys. And it's worth 1500 GP.
Oh, that's a very
one of a
nice
kind.
gift you've
I
given
call
us.
it a clock. Oh yes, of course. A token of my
Alistair, did
gratitude.
you ever tell us your story and how you ended up in a pouch on a stone giant?
I did.
Okay, sorry.
I can tell it again if you like. I was in my hovel, which is actually far removed from here. It's where I do all my best work. And the stone giant took it apart and snatched me. Then the stone giant Thane tried to interrogate me about Balor's defenses, and that's when I made up the story about the cannons that shoot dwarves with axes.
Wait, was that the houses that they were taking apart when we went there?
Yeah, you probably saw Alistair's house, among others. Great. So, I've got TikTok. I'm just going to grab my Tinker's tools and a couple of other components and whatnot. And you said that I'll be working on an airship, or I'll have my tools for that. I'll gather some supplies. There'll be no more than an hour. If you're...
Some warm clothing, if you've got it, too.
Oh, warm clothing. I don't actually have any. It doesn't really get that cold down here in Loudwater. I can purchase some, though. And I'll be back within an hour. If you look, there's bacon. Bacon for everyone. And he creates 45 pounds of bacon. It just fills like the entire floor with bacon. There you go. You have some bacon. Don't touch anything. And I'll meet you back here within an hour. If anyone comes, which they will, tell them the shop is closed until further notice. TikTok, you hang out here.
Plus, the nice thing about having a pet bear cub is if we ever need winter clothing. Beginning knife for one.
Well, I've got a crag cat pelt, so I mean, there's that.
We do have. I think I have like a perfect winter wolf pelt in here somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have some things.
All right, he goes off, and within an hour, he comes back with a big bag of supplies, and he's all ready to go.
Is there anything for sale in this town?
Loudwater, it's all right. If you suggest going shopping, Alistair says, before you spend a single gold in this city, may I ask you where our next destination is? I heard something about Mirabar.
Yeah, that's right.
I would suggest saving all your coin for Mirabar. You do know it's the wealthiest city in the north, and unlike everywhere else, they actually pay their workers quite well. The Zentaran. Well, Telbor Zazrek, Loudwater's congressman. He's under the Zentarim's thumb. Everything that's imported into the city that doesn't come through Zentarim hands has been jacked up. I suggest you're spending your coin at Mirabar instead, my lady.
Oh, sorry about that.
Unless you're going to spend out my store, of course.
What have you got in your store?
Well, I've got Clockwork Dog, Clockwork Mouse, Clockwork Cat. And he just starts listing a heap of clockwork animals. If you give me the time, I can create you a shield guardian for 75,000 gold pieces.
Oh yeah, is that all?
Time.
Do you have any ivory?
Ivory? Oh, that's not
Roger
metal.
buys them all. All the pets.
The Clockwork Menagerie.
Alright, well, the clockwork pets are 500 gold pieces each.
Shit.
And, yeah, they're similar to the clockwork dog. Basically like a mouse, a cat, and some other animals. A bat. A little clockwork bat that can fly. Now, so I was thinking, with this airship, I'll oversee the repairs, and I can also serve as an emergency medic, and TikTok can help me.
Yeah,
Makes
we
sense.
definitely need that a lot.
Excellent. So, I'm ready when you are.
Yell from the ground, we need a medic!
I had this idea, right? You get like a set of wings and put them on your back, and then you can soar through the air. I call it an air glider. Maybe I'll work on the name.
Let's just go.
Flying through the air
I
is
call it suicide.
overrated. Overrated.
Alright, so yeah, you've sent out the sending spell already this morning, Than, and the cultists say that they'll be at Mirabar by tomorrow, this time tomorrow. It's about 100 miles. You guys ready to leave Loudwater?
Yeah, I'm happy to.
Let's go see what's
Okay.
up at Mirabar.
You head back into the
Are we
tavern.
supposed to report to anyone about the stone giants? Is that here or is that not?
No,
No?
I don't think so, because here was just the
Maybe we'll
Zentarim
leave a
one.
message with a guy in the next door where we teleported to.
We were
That'll be a
came
good
here
idea.
for the stone giants of like our own volition or choice, just hunting the rune. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
that's
perhaps
the
we should
one.
leave a message for the Harper. That's
Yeah.
It'd probably be a
Here,
good
let them
idea
know.
to alert the people of the town. Or at least the Harpers could do that, there's no longer an immediate threat to Loudwater, at the very least.
Yep.
yeah. Let them know what we've done, and exactly.
You
that,
will
and then
mention
the-
that I'm my idea, right? The dwarves with cannon, getting shot by cannons and with battle axes.
From what we saw of the goblins, the landing isn't so comfortable.
Don't forget the part about the battle axes.
Can you equip them with airbags?
Yeah, airbags would be useful.
Tell you what, why don't you look at our ship and let us know what you can create with that instead of. Yeah, let's just work with the airship for now.
Oh, no. I wasn't making the cannons. That's what I told the stone giants. That's the reason why they didn't attack Loudwater.
Oh yeah, we can tell them.
I wasn't actually thinking of
Oh.
making that invention, but it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Seem very skilled, so I'm looking forward to your suggestions on the ship.
All right, well, let's get there. I'm ready when you are.
What do we need to do here? Nothing, right?
I think we can go.
Now it's up to
Yeah,
Lily. Lily's the one teleporting people.
Oh yeah, up to you, Lily.
Oh. I thought Circle to Circle wouldn't need the spell. Does it still need the spell?
To use teleportation circle, yeah, you gotta cast a spell.
Okay.
Don't you?
Yeah, I got
On the permanent one?
Oh, to get from circle to circle?
Yeah.
Like, we're using the Harper network to get to Mirabar?
I think you do not need to use the circle to teleport when you cast the spell in this way. Wait, what? It says you create a permanent circle. You do not need to use the circle to teleport when you cast a spell. Oh yeah. So yeah, you have to still cast the spell. It doesn't just let you teleport by stepping on it. You have to cast the actual teleportation spell. The teleportation circle spell.
Oh, okay. It's just it must have been somebody casting it on us.
Yeah, the
before we
Harpers.
were getting around.
They cast it for you guys. But he's not here.
I got another one. I can do it.
Yeah, that's why they always have a maid standing by to teleport you guys at each circle. This is the first time you've arrived at a circle and there hasn't been a Harper watching it.
Okay, no problem. I will cast a spell.
Just as you're casting it, Lily, you're in luck. Because your heavyset friend has returned. Telbor and no, sorry, not Telbor. What was his name? I have to get his name.
Call him Slim.
Revel Slombar. Alright, he just casually kind of strolls in, and like you hear the trapdoor open, like there's a bit of a creaking. You're already halfway through the spell, and he gets startled. Oh! Wait! Don't finish that. I didn't know that you were here. I just stood out for a minute. How long have you been here?
Just this morning.
It's been over an hour.
He's got like food all over his face. Oh, I was just I had
How was lunch?
I had to. Okay, I was at a fest hall. He sinks his head down in shame.
Some things are important.
But I didn't mean
As
to
in, like,
leave the
food.
post. You
Collecting information, I'm sure.
yes. You're not going to tell Maester Crowan about this, are you?
About what?
About the fact that I neglected my duties and visited a nearby festival?
No idea what you're talking about.
I love that if he hadn't brought it up, none of us would have had that clever thought.
No, I was at a festival. I was
Yes,
stuffing
I
my
understand.
face.
It's forgotten already. Don't worry.
Oh, wait. We're going to... I get it. Yes.
Yes, exactly.
What festival? What large pork chop did I devour? What mead did I drink before first sunup? What whores did I... I think I'll end that here. Alright.
Just send this to Mirabar, please.
Oh, yes. Alright, a teleportation circle. And then, yeah, he casts the 5th level spell, Teleportation Circle. Which all the Harpers have prepared. And, bam, you're off to Mirabar 10 minutes later. Okay, we'll go over to the map of Mirabar.
Alistair was blindfolded the entire time, I assume.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that's a city.
That's up to you if you want to.
Well, I mean, I imagine we're going to a place that it's probably held a little more secret, and probably has a attendant that is not absent.
You are warned by Revel. Now, just be extra careful. The Mirabarian authorities would be very angry to learn that the Harpers have compromised the city's security by constructing this teleportation circle within the walls. Mirabar has long prided itself as an impenetrable fortress. be careful with your exit. Anyway, I think the attendant is Zazbar Bronzefire. Just act like you're wanting to purchase horses. I think it's a stable is where you'll be in. You seem like you're good with horses. Hey, where are the horses, by the way? Do I need to look after them?
The
Nope.
barbarians took care of them.
Oh. Alright, well, and before he can finish his sentence, the spell's gone off. Alright, so you guys arrive at Mirabar, and you arrive in a stable house loft, kind of basically covered in hay, as you guys teleport in. And I'll tell you common knowledge that your characters know about Mirabar. This is probably the best city in every regards in the entire north. Like, it beats Waterdeep in many different ways in terms of defenses, economy, structure, politics. It's the richest city of the north by far. It sits atop a knoll on the north side of the Mirror River, like an unassailable fortress, enclosed on all sides by sloped outer walls, as wide at the base as many city blocks of Waterdeep. Defenders can fire arrows down from atop the walls, or in winter, pour water down and make ice slides. There's no shortage of stone and weaponry. Even the docks have battlements and fortifications. Despite you thinking this is a dwarven city, it's not. Well, not on the surface. Humans make up the majority of the city dwellers here. There is another city that lies below the surface, and the place is dominated by dwarves, the Undercity. It's a city of lit residential caverns, superheated forges, foundries that operate day and night, tunnels leading to the mines, which are further north. And, yeah, you could just imagine there'd be no way to penetrate the city's walls. The guard here are known as the Axe of Mirabar, and you'll see those soldiers everywhere. They're dwarves in full plate, carrying battle axes and shields. They're well armed, and they're all shield dwarves. So you guys arrive, and you're met by Zazpar Bronzefire. He is a shield dwarf as well. He's a wizard, and unlike his counterpart, he is very attentive. And he's just dressed in some greasy leather overalls. He's got straw in his beard. He looks like a farmer, a stable hand. And he carries a pitchfork. And he says, "Guy, welcome, horse bearers." And he gives you guys a wink. As you can see, I'm all out of horses today. I suggest you go look elsewhere. And he winks again. And he just shows you guys out the back, where he just opens some stable doors and you can kind of slip out.
Just ask the others, how does he know how we treat horses?
We dwarves are very insightful.
After we slip out of the back, I'll if we have our new gnome friend like blindfolded and whatnot, take the blindfold off.
Oh, it's freezing up here! And it is actually notably colder. You're actually at the base of the spine of the world. It's a very icy cold wind that cuts straight through your clothing. But that's air. It smells like freedom. And it actually smells really nice. Oh, these streets are astoundingly clean. The structures of these buildings, the walls. I heard it was concentric rings of walls, but this is outstanding. I can smell the Delimber River. Yes. Or the Mirror River, sorry. And, yeah. So, you're gonna be here in Mirabar for a day. In terms of shopping, they have absolutely everything from the player's handbook that you could imagine at regular prices. and everyone here seems to be
Leading
happy.
elephants.
They could get you an elephant if you want one. You meet a guy who says, "I can get you an elephant, friend."
Dude, I just got a spell to get you a horse. I can make it look like an elephant. It'll just be the size of a horse.
Other than that, it's like a series of concentric rings of walls. There's like 8 or so walls inside the actual city, and lining the walls are residential and shops. Blacksmiths are very prominent here, and they buy and trade. Like they trade ore, and their currency actually they do take gold pieces, but they also have these trade bars, which are like 3-inch tall little bars that are worth like 100 of the currency, 100 gold, 100 silver, 100 copper, stamped with mirror bars crest. The mines of the Undercity, you guys probably don't have time to go down there, but you could probably stop by and see some of the souvenirs that they're selling and whatnot. Other than that, you're only here for a day, so there's not a whole lot of time to explore this enormous city. But if you guys need to do some shopping, then you can buy anything you want from the PHB.
There's tourists for a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. First thing I'd ask is, I've been sitting on 2,000 mixed coins that you told me to just ask you about later, and I keep forgetting.
Was that from the Rock's Nest?
I can't remember where I grabbed it. I just keep forgetting to ask you about it.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Was that
You-
from the
yeah, I
Frost
remember
Giants? The Frost Giant chest, right? Okay, I'll tell you how much is in there. 2,000 mixed coins.
1,999 copper and 1 silver.
Alright, let's see. Alright, I'm gonna have to check. Mixed coins. 2,000 of them. Alright, there is 200 GP. There is 400 SP, and the rest is copper. 1,600 copper. Bam.
Thank you.
How much is
There's
magical
also that
armor?
clockwork mule. Did you guys take the clockwork mule? Oh, sorry, the clockwork dog? Oh, that's
Yeah,
the clockwork dog.
Ren's got it.
Yeah, I've got it.
Oh, yes, that's it. Okay.
It was. Is
Alright,
it 10 coins to the pound?
That dog, sorry, it's not supposed to be tiny. Yeah, it's 10 coins. It's actually supposed to be medium sized. It's actually like...
Oh, shit.
I was thinking of it, that was a different one that I gave you. That was like a little trinket.
Dude, that's big.
But yeah, this thing is like a mount. And yeah, he deciphered it without the manual as well. It only took him an hour, and yeah. It basically has the stats of a mastiff, or a mule. But it's completely mechanical, and it looks like a large dog, like a Saint Bernard.
Cool. That's even better.
It actually has a stat block too. I'll give you a stat block. It was meant to be a mule, but I made it a dog instead. He could make it. He could actually make it medium size. He could adjust it if someone. Small size. No. Sorry, being medium size, it can only carry a small size creature. He could make it bigger though if you wanted to, given the time.
A mount for Alistair instead of Norn.
Yeah, that's just its stat block. Or we can't even see its stat block. But basically, it's got the stats of a mule. I'll update the artwork for it too.
I'm glad it's a clockwork dog rather than a clockwork mule. Otherwise, none of our socks would be safe.
I'll give you the access for the character sheet there, Ren. You can see it can actually attack. It's got hoof attack, and it's good for carrying.
Oh.
It's a beast of burden, so you can carry a lot.
Oh yeah, we'll be slapping crap on that thing's back all the time. That's why you should get saddle mounts that are like.
If we're here for a day, would I be able to inquire for maybe some armor, some magical armor, if possible? I don't know how much it costs though. I don't know how,
they
how
don't.
rich we are.
They don't sell magic armor anywhere in Faerun in shops. After the spell plague,
Okay.
magic got wiped out, so it takes time to try and track down sellers.
Consider adamantine armor.
Adamantine, again, you'd have to find like in the north. It's just they don't make it. Adamantine armor is actually not armor just made of adamantine either. It's actually magically imbued. The one from the DMG, at least. But yeah, ever since the spell plague and the second sundering, like magic got wiped out from Faerun, so it's pretty scarce in 5th edition. During the timeline that's happening now. Even Alistair's buddies down at where is it? No, it's not even on this map, but like down further to the south of here is I forgot the name of the island. It's like the island where like firearms were invented in Forgotten Realms. It's like an island.
Lantern.
Yeah, Lantern. So like the gnomes of Lantern, they took in Gond, Alistair's god, during the time when gods were being like killed all over Faerun, and during this, like they made smoke powder, which is like for the firearms. And during the spell plague, Mystra was killed, and basically all the magic exploded. Mystra's a god of magic, so like magic items dwindled, they were destroyed, smoke powder exploded, and yeah, there was like a time I think where there was like no magic at all. Fair. Anyway, that's the explanation as to why it's rare. Okay, well, you're here for a day. If you want to buy anything from the PHB, then you can go for it, and I'll presumably just cross off the gold and add the items to your inventory.
I'd like to, if I could, buy some spell components.
Yeah, depending on what you want. The Mirror Bar specialize in gemstones and ores.
Okay. Excellent. That's actually what I'm looking for. Both things.
They have an abundance of all sorts of gemstones. What are you looking for?
It's like a ivory carved into the shape of me with 1,500 gold worth of gemstones on. It's
Ivory? Ivory
it's
is
for
not not a stone. That's like the tusks of a mammoth or something.
yeah, but it has to have 1,500 gold worth of gems in it.
Oh, okay. So an ivory, is it for what, simulacrum?
It's for contingency.
Contingency.
We have the gemstones.
We
for
have the
that.
gems, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you just need someone
We
a
could buy
jeweler.
the elephant.
Well, you should have the ivory, right? Because then you have like large horns.
Yeah,
or
we
something.
got these horns.
So I guess I just need somebody to make a little me.
Alistair
And
just
put the
sort of
gem-
says.
Would you please
Yeah.
make that for me?
Did you find us someone that can make that for us?
I was
No,
just
friend.
I was just waiting for you to ask. I'd gladly do it. And yeah, the day that you spend there is all he needs. Using the components that you guys already have, he'll be able to make that for you. So, the
So we
horn,
get the 500 cheap.
I think the horn was 750. So use the horn, and then 750 gemstones. Go for it. Done.
Okay. And the one other thing I was looking for, I think, was some more chalk for the teleportation spell.
Yeah, easy. You can get that.
Okay.
Would we be able to find any potions?
Yeah, they have
In the city?
potions and scrolls, things that can be crafted pretty easily, and it's a same or similar selection as the ones that they sell in other places. I have to find the handout for shops. But is there a particular spell or potion that you're looking for?
Well, I used up some potions for healing potions.
Oh, like regular healing potions?
Well, I used a greater healing on one somebody had dropped. I forget who it was. I'd like to replace it.
Oh yeah, you can buy dozens of greater healing potions at 250 GP each. I'll show you the price list.
Let's buy a dozen then.
Similar
if we can
to
get them in.
these, and they could probably get other ones if you have something specific you want. No, they probably have
Do
that
they
too.
come in like an egg carton? Buy them by the dozen?
If you want.
Oh, they have a potion of climbing, Roderick.
I probably need that.
And
I know you're patronizing me, but
yeah.
I'll buy it.
You
I'm
could
not.
get-
No, not at
you
all.
could
I'm
get
being
any-
100% serious.
you can pretty much get any spell scroll up to 5th level as well with ease. Those things are readily available.
Now, spell scrolls, it has to be something that you can cast, right?
It does.
I mean, I think you can technically buy anyone you like, but you won't get to cast it.
Yeah, you can buy anyone you want.
We should buy some greater healing potions.
If you did have more time, like a spare
yeah.
5 days, you could probably get magic items here pretty easily too. But you just don't have the time at the moment.
Steb, would I have time throughout the day and evening to scribe some scrolls? Or some...
Yeah, you've pretty much got like 8 hours. You've got a full day, 8 hours work day to do it. You could do more if you want. You could do 12 hours, I guess, or even 16 hours if you really push it. You'll be doing nothing but literally riding for 16 hours straight, though. It might get a bit tedious. You might get that carpal tunnel built up in your hand.
All right, thank you. I'm gonna look over my list.
Yeah, you've got 16 hours spare. All right, you guys spend the day in Mirabar and you eat very nice food and you find very nice quarters. The airship pulls in the next morning and lands in the Mirror River, and it creates a bit of a crowd. You actually, the airship is actually met by dwarves on the back of Hippogriff. They go and question the airship, obviously. If they see an airship coming over the city, they would be cautious, and they just give the airship clearance, which they do. They just want to make sure they're not under attack. And you guys meet up with your buddies and you can inspect the airship. Before we move forward, is there anything else that people want to do in Mirabar?
I'm gonna launder my armor professionally.
Okay, yeah, you'd also,
I think it's fine.
yeah, you'd also, be resharpening your weapons. Fixing up your armor and going over your equipment and whatnot and getting ready. It's nice to have a little bit of time to prepare yourself like that. Having
I'm
a
topping
shower.
off my javelin numbers. So
Sure, yeah, you can stock up on arms and armor. It's all very finely made. Excellent quality.
When you said scrolls, how much are they?
There's
For
a price
level?
list there. I'll show it to you.
Oh,
again.
did you link it? Oh, I didn't see it.
There. Or maybe I didn't.
Okay,
That's it
thanks.
there. And they can do cleric spells as well. Same deal. It costs twice the listed price to get the spell scroll made. It's pretty expensive for high level spell scrolls because it takes them like, I don't know how many weeks to make it. Many weeks to make one spell scroll. Alright, so you guys finish up doing that, and we'll move on to like when you guys board the airship again and lift off, and you can like assess the airship as well. So
One
yeah,
quick question, Seb. You had mentioned before that when we grabbed the next lift for stone, that would be when we would level. Would we do that in a major city, or would we do that just as we're traveling?
you level up in between sessions.
In between sessions.
Yeah.
I might want to get a artisan's tools then. Can my Cuthra decide?
Sure. You can
Attack that on
take a
flank.
look at tools
Can't let that short little fellow show you up.
and any adventuring
Yeah.
equipment you might want. You might want some extra healing potions. They're only 50 gold pieces each. Take a look in the PHP, and if you want to buy all that stuff and take a look in between sessions, you're welcome to as well. While for this time, because you're near a city, but I don't expect you to figure all that out now because we'll keep the game rolling. And you guys will level up as well at the end of the session. So the airship. All right, you guys can assess the damage, and yeah, it is. They copped a couple of heavy spears from the frost giant ballista, so there is a bit of damage. I just have to find the airship map. We'll go over onto that one. All right, I presume that you've left Mirabar, and now you've taken up to the air, and the plan is to fly to the Eye of the Allfather. All right, so yeah, the balloon's got only 13 out of 50 hit points remaining, and the gondola has 194 out of 250.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was like one ballista shot, and luckily the dragon cultists were able to like get out of dodge before they got more than 2 shots off. They only took 2 shots and both shots hit. Alright, so yeah, you meet Nizaroth and Troughton, and Alistair is just ecstatic. You've still got the dragon's head on the bow of the ship as well, and Alistair is just like, he's like down on his knees and he's like praying to the ship. Oh, thank you, Gond! Oh, thank you for bringing me this ship! I knew that my devout worship would pay off someday! He starts kissing the hull and... It tastes so bad, but at the same time it tastes so good.
You're a strange little man.
Alright, the shield dwarves are very grumbly, having to just basically be in the company of these dragon cultists and wait for a few days, but they're dwarves, so they can be stubborn, but they get over it pretty quickly. So yeah, you've got Alistair and TikTok, and Alistair can work on the ship. He will need supplies, but as you're working, he can fix the ship. I think the price is like 50 gold pieces per hit point.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's probably not going to be that much to repair the balloon. He'll be able to do that. Like, I think it's only 1 hit point per day. It's slow going. Sorry, it's 20 GP per day. So if you're repairing it as you go every day, I'll just presume that Alistair's the one that's looking after the materials needed, and he'll just give you like a quote for how much you've spent or whatnot.
Yeah, that'll work.
Blah blah blah. So I'll presume that he's working on 1 hit point per day, unless you tell him otherwise. That we're trying to fix that balloon up.
Resources does it take to repair? Just like wood for the hull and...
Yeah, wood for the hull and special thread for the balloon and materials for the balloon.
Yep.
Alright, oh, there's so many maps. Alright, let me go over to the overland map and we'll see how far it is to the Eye of the Allfather. I think you'll be there within a day.
Alright. This is good news.
Now you're back in the true north now. You've got the airship. The Eye of...
would have
Yeah.
obviously bought some winter clothes for our new friend.
Yeah, he actually got some before you guys left.
Oh.
Or he got some in Mirabar. Alright, it'll be at the Eye of the Allfather within... It'll be a day and a bit. You'll arrive around noon on day 2. Onward and upward, Alistair says. And you guys start flying off to the Eye of the Allfather to go tell Annam the good news. You travel through the morning. It's icy cold. You huddle together near the furnace of the fire elemental for warmth. Noon breaks, and day turns to night. You fly high to avoid the many peaks, trying to go higher even than the greatest spires of the spine of the world because it's dark and you don't want to crash into anything, and these are massive mountain ranges. You fly all through the night, and you fly through the morning. The next morning, You prepare yourselves, you have some breakfast, some rations and whatnot, and you start to see the 40-foot wide domed entrance to the Eye of the All-Father. It must feel good to return here with the 5 runes in your possession after all this time. After all this time of being level 10.
Yep.
Do I hear Frost Giant Detour?
Alright, so we'll go over to the Eye of the All-Father. The airship can't really land, so what they do is there's a rope ladder that they drop for you guys, and then they just kind of hover nearby. Let me put everyone's tokens on the map so you guys can actually see. Wait 2 seconds. It's daytime when you arrive as well, so it's nice and light outside. Oh, apparently you guys are already on the map. Let's put you guys back on.
I was about to say, wow, all those cultists.
Wow, the airship's small. Alright, they're just like about 100 feet up. They're just gonna hover here, and the rope ladder will extend down. They presume you're not going to spend too long. Well, let me get these little tokens out of the way. Alistair will stay on the ship with TikTok. And I'll just make sure everyone's fitted to the grid. Okay, so...
I'm going to leave Heyu behind too. I don't want to take Heyu into the temple.
Sure. The dragon cultists and the dwarves also guard the airship.
And the dog. Put the dog on there.
Okay.
The dog mule.
Alright, you guys head down and you can see the domed entryway to the Eye of the All-Father. It's frozen peaks here. It's ice cold. You can freeze, like if you just tipped out your water skin, the water would freeze instantly. It's lightly snowing. And you just make your way up this frozen causeway. That's where you guys are. That's what the entrance looks like. And inside, it's slightly warmer. The walls cut out the cold.
See if Harshnag died of old age in here.
These doors up ahead, they are closed, and you can see the ledges 20 feet up as you make your way through this 20-foot wide hall. There's a long flight of steps, 40 feet long at the end of the hallway. They lead to a 20-foot wide landing, and then there are a pair of 30-foot tall granite doors carved with images of giant gods locked in battle with dragons. Last time Harshnag had to open them, they were kind of frozen over, and there are a bunch of Uthgard barbarians or red-haired barbarians here trying to get inside. Battle broke out.
I'll set this door. See if Harshnag is in there.
Now these doors, you'd have to hit it incredibly hard to try and make it reverberate with noise because they're so enormous and they're solid granite.
We haven't had a Mountain Great Club.
They haven't really frozen over though. They're covered with, everything's covered with a slick layer of ice, a bit of a sheen. But other than that, you could just try opening them.
Alright.
So just before coming in, I'm gonna mage armor and dark vision.
Yeah, you can do your mage armor, Thomas. You don't. Oh, and dark vision. Roll on the wild magic surge table for dark vision. But when Than gets up to you, roll for the.
Yeah, I backed up. I was like, he's casting spells. I'm backing up.
Is this the next day or the evening?
This is the next day. You should be full on resources. It was a 1-day journey from Mirabar to here.
Should I send a message to our friend?
Harshnag? Yeah,
Yeah, to let him know we're outside. Because he's gonna have to let us in, right?
maybe. Well, try to open it.
Norn's just gonna try to open the door.
Oh, we're not at the interior door.
When both of you guys push, you do manage to open it, but it takes 2 of you guys to open it. And yeah, Lily, this morning, if you want to do some more spells, you've got 6 hours more.
Thank you.
Alright, you head into the mighty temple of Ammon. There's thick frost clinging to everything. The ceiling is 100 foot overhead, and as you know, there are 7 enormous statues dominating the room. The largest of them, an 80-foot tall robed giant, with his arms outstretched and his face hidden behind a stony cowl, facing this glowing archway to the east. Kneeling at his stead are 6 statues only half his size. Scorius Stonebones, Thrym, Stronmus, Grollentor, Surtor, and Memnor. And as you approach the archway, you see Harshnag in his resting position. He's kind of curled up and he's covered in ice. It looks like he's frozen over. If only someone would... If only 4 adventurers would make a fire next to him and defrost him like that.
Don't tempt Thomas. He'll
Harshnag,
chuck a fireball.
buddy, are you okay?
He's covered in ice.
Alright, I guess that's a no.
He might
Maybe
be
we
dead.
have to hug
Hello,
him
old
and
friend.
use our body.
Just breathe on him.
Wake. I touch him.
His beard is basically one large chunk of ice. His eyes are frozen shut. You touch him and you just touch. It's like touching ice. He's covered in a glaze of ice.
Let's just build a small fire beside him, maybe warm him up a little. Defrost him. No, nobody.
Is he alive?
Well, is there
Can I
anything
check?
to burn?
Make a medicine check, Than. Thomas hits him with a firebolt. Alright, as you're examining him in Than, Thomas hits him with a firebolt. And I need Than and Norin and Thomas to make a strength saving throw. Just as you're inspecting him, Than, Thomas comes overhead with a firebolt. And the ice does start to melt around him. And he lets out an enormous sneeze that knocks you on your butt, Thomas. And he just starts to look around, and as he's moving, the ice is just shattering all over him. Yeah! I was having the best dream, and you woke me up. What are you all waiting here for? I thought you were going to go find the runes.
We have found the required number.
What? But I swear you just left a moment ago. And he stands up to his greatness and he grabs Thrym's axe.
It's been
That must have been one good dream.
He looks around and he points to Jarek. Who's this? I don't remember seeing him before.
New friend.
He's a new companion.
Ah! Help!
He's very pushy, but we like him.
Harshnag the Grim! I likes to eat people. Have you? You told him? Or shall I break it to him? You've done well bringing him here so I can crunch his bones. I'll reward you with the magic items later. Now, tie him up and let's get the fire cooking. We can all have a little slice of him. Starts to rub his hands together as he eyes Jarek.
we knew you'd wake up hungry.
That was the payment.
Yes, let's the
That was the-
ritual begin.
That was the agreement.
And closes it
We
on
even bought you a
Jarek.
little appetizer. He's on the ship.
You look like a tasty one. The frost giant is clad in magic full plate. He carries 2 great axes, one in his hand, one slung over his back, and he looks down at you and rubs his ice blue hands together. And this bright red, massive tongue licks off a fresh layer of frost from his mustache and beard.
Your strength and your size is legendary, but your sense of humor is not well documented. You should do that.
I'd slap you on the shoulder, but I'm afraid to break your arm, little one. Yeah, surely you know me. I know you. Lord Captain Jerick. And Harshnag is actually a renowned member of the Harpers and secret agent of the Force Grey in Waterdeep. You probably would have known about each other if you hadn't already met.
Right, excellent.
He's a bit of a jokester. He's actually gone to retirement now, though. He's kind of been up in solitude, up in the spine of the world, but he was contacted by the party and wants to try and help stop the fix the ordning as well. All right, let's not waste any more time then. You've got the 5 runes, and he takes Thrym's axe and he presses it onto the ice rune on the arch. And a shimmering portal appears in this archway. In we go. Remember, we've only got an hour before it closes behind us and we're trapped inside. Let's get in! You step through this shimmering portal and you're not sure exactly how far you travel. You do appear in a different room.
Oh, we didn't do this. I wonder how he's going to take that.
We're still working on it. We haven't found the guy yet.
It sounds like there are explosions of thunder as you step through the archway. And you arrive in this hexagonal chamber whose walls rise 50 feet before tapering to a 90-foot high apex. Standing in each corner is a life-size statue of a giant, holding up a heavy iron lantern with one raised arm, one of which is snuffed. Each type of giant is represented here: Hailstone, Frost, Fire, Cloud, and Storm. And as you enter, the ghost of this slain cloud giant rises. Ah, boo! Oh, it's you lot. I am Egeron. Oh, we've met. Ah, you're back! I was waiting for you to return. Yeah. We've got some business to do. But wait! Tell me, may I finally move on to the next world? Have you slain my murderer, my father, Blagosmith?
We have not, no.
He's hard to find.
But you spoke to Adam. He said that his shadow falls on Parnast. But why have you come back? I gave you my armor and my morning star as payment, and my rune.
We're still working on it.
We'll get to it eventually.
No!
But,
this will not do! You said you would get revenge for me! And as a ghost, he is prone to just random eruptions of violence. Give me back my room! Give it to me now! We don't want to have to do this. You've been slain once and will slay you again. Give me my ill room back! And my breastplate! You've not held up your end of the deal!
Well, we needed the runes to teleport to where he is, right?
Do that.
I understand. I see! And, suddenly he vanishes. And Harshnag turns towards you all. I've been possessed by the ghost. I must kill. And he raises up his great axe. His eyes glow blue.
This is not a funny joke. Stop that shit.
And the ghost quickly appears again and grabs Harshnag by the neck. We got him!
I was about to
I was about
cast
to cast.
protection.
I was about to do turn undead or some shit. I don't know something.
Gonna use
It took us a full 5 days to think of this joke. I'm sure you've been
You
busy
did well.
collecting all the runes. Igron here, he knows that you're good-hearted and you're busy, but if you do come down to it, you'll get revenge for him. But
Of course.
let's get into this. We've got questions to ask Annam. And as he rubs his hands together, and you've never seen such a serious look on Harshnag's face, he focuses on the circular mithril runes inlaid into the ground as you prepare to offer your runes and earn the favor of Annam. And that's where we'll end the session.
How many questions have we already been have already been answered? Is it 3?
I think Seb's put him in the notes.
Yeah, it's 3. So yeah, there should actually be 3 lanterns snuffed here. Yeah,
Oh, it's in the party folder. Gotcha.
those 3.
Yeah.
Have a think about what you want to ask for your final 2 questions. It can be anything. In addition to that, you will also be allowed to use the conch of teleportation and attune to it and use it to teleport to the next destination. So think of the questions you want to ask. Level up to level 11 and get ready for the next chapter of this adventure next week.
Cool. Ready?
Excellent.
And let me know if you have any questions about anything.
Thanks, Seb.
Thank you.
Yep.
Alright, I'll see you guys next week. Take care.
All right.